What's going on, guys, girls? Rob, along with Tim, here with us tonight. And our jabronis are not at full capacity tonight. Guys, girls, Rob, along with Tim, here. Is that me or you?
That was me. That was because I just refreshed it to get
I got you. And we are not at full capacity tonight. Harris is under the weather. And right now, Keith is we don't know where he's at. So we're hoping to get Keith in here in just a few minutes. We will first off, before we do anything, don't forget this week is Army Navy. Army Navy game is Saturday at East Rutherford, so that should be a lot of fun. If you do enjoy watching the Army Navy games, that's always a lot of fun. Our championship week this past week, as far as college went, Tim's shaking his head for a reason because he kind of knows it didn't go great for you, my friend.
No, it was. I tried going revenge games when I should have just went who the favorites were.
2-8 for Tim. Rob, myself went 4-6. Mike, Harris, Keith, 5-5. What's going on? What's up, Philip? What's going on, Sean? Now, let me mention something here on the channel. We're going to have a giveaway on the channel very, very soon. I don't know exactly what we'll do. We will have a giveaway. What you got to do, you got to come on live. And you got to be at least two of the jabronis. Tonight, of course, we're not at full capacity. Wait till we're at full capacity the rest of the season. 4 of us. You got to pick who you want to beat before we do our picking. And you got to beat those 2 people with the spreads in NFL picks. If you do, you win a prize. If you don't, you came on my show, give away a blow-up doll. That's only for Ken Castro, not for you, Sean. Okay. NFL games this week. Let's see. Keith and John Wise both went 6-8. Matt Sharver only picked 13 games. He went 7-6. Tim 7-7. Harris 7-7. Mike 7-7. Anthony 10-3. Really good. And yours truly went 10-4 this week. So I did not do too bad. Bleacher Bums went 10-3. And he's got an invitation to come in here. Yep. An invitation. I sent 2 invites to everybody out tonight. So he's got, so come right on in if you care to. But we're going to start having a giveaway, like I say, on the channel. The four originals. And that's me, Tim, Keith, and Harris. You got, lines did come through for you. You got to beat 2 of us in order to win a prize. So you got to come on live to do it. And if you're willing to do it, if you let me know a week ahead of time, I will set up that time just for you. If I'm mumbling on my words tonight, I do apologize. I had dental work done for the better part of a little over 2 hours this evening. Root canal. And the dentist, all he told me was 24 millimeters he had to drill. So he said that's nearly an inch. So that's a long damn ways. Rating boxes for the next set because I have some quiet time. I got you. All right. So, Tim, what do you think? Should we start with this Army-Navy game, or you want to go straight to the pros? What do you like?
We'll end with the Army-Navy game, I guess.
We'll end with it. All right. And if we've got some more folks to slide in here, I'll pick up with them as well. Tim is thinking about doing one of the World Series games for Ken Castro. They're trying to do every World Series, they said?
Yes.
Yeah. And you're doing the 1971?
Yep.
And I'm doing the 2019 one for him. So I'm going to do mine on payoff pitch. You're doing yours on Stratomatic.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thursday night football. Steelers, Vikings. Vikings are a 3-point favorite. 44.5 is the total, my friend. Take your time. Tell us why you're going to pick
Minnesota, only because I don't think that Thielen's got to be healthy. Although even with Thielen questionable. He did leave the game, the last game. Plus, I think the defense for Minnesota could cover all these Roethlisberger short passes. If not, watch for their tight end from Penn State to have a huge game.
All right. And on top of that, you can go over, you can go under.
I think I'm going to go over
the total. I'm completely with you. Well, let's see. Well, you know what? They're a 3-point favorite. I got them winning by 2. I'm going to take the Steelers then. So I think they keep it close. The Steelers are they not the worst are they 6-5 or 7-5 right now?
They're something and 1.
5-1. Yeah. Here comes Keith on with us now too. Welcome. Welcome, my friend. Here he comes. How you doing?
All right. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Keith.
We're just in the middle of our Thursday night picks.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Steelers in this game. They've played every game close all year long. I think the Vikings win it, squeak it out, and I'm going to go just a little bit under the total there. Although, if you look at these totals this week, here comes Michael Peterson as well. If you look at all the totals that they got set for us this week, don't tell me for a second that Vegas didn't get scared from last week. Agree, Tim?
Oh, they've been probably scared the last couple weeks.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time we saw 3 or 4 in the 42s? I mean, we hadn't even heard those numbers. We've been hearing
probably not since like the first couple weeks of the season.
Right. We've been hearing 45, 40. 48's been a lot more than 42. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm taking the under total even with 44.5. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. I'll take the Steelers plus the 3. Keith.
I'm sorry, what's the matchup?
Steelers, Vikings, Thursday night. Vikings are 3-point favorites. 44 and a hook is a total.
3.5.
Three,
right.
3 total. Just 3. Vikings, 3. Oh, yeah. Here's. Yeah.
40 what in a hook?
44 and a half.
I know what that is.
Good
I
chicken.
was seeing commercials for them this weekend watching the SEC championship game, but we don't have them around here.
Yeah, it was
Usually
good.
we don't see advertised commercials for things that aren't around here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Steelers getting 3 points.
They're getting 3.
Yeah. And the Vikings coming off a loss to the Lions.
Steelers coming out.
I know I picked the Vikings to go to the Super Bowl, but I don't like what I'm seeing out of them. I can't lie about that. And the Steelers, I mean, I don't think this is as good as a Steelers team as some of the other ones they've had. But I just have a feeling the Vikings are kind of, I don't know. I just have a feeling there's something brewing there where they might just implode. So I'm going to go with the Steelers this week. And I'm going to go under.
All right. Do you think there's a good chance they win up outright?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Really do.
Michael Peterson.
Oh, first of all, good evening. Steelers and Vikings. Okay. They're both coming off a Sunday night game. Pittsburgh, everybody's still talking about them. They're not dead yet. The Vikings, well, they're still not dead yet either. So this could be a possible wild card game. Where are they playing? I forget.
In Minnesota and
Thursday night.
Minnesota's 3-point favorite.
Inside gives the advantage, and I wonder if Cook is going to be playing.
No, because he's
No,
still 3 weeks
Is
now.
that for the year?
Dalvin Cook is out for 2 more weeks. Minimum.
Well, boy, I'm a big Jefferson fan.
You little brat.
Because he saved me in my league, even though I'm dead last. I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna take the Vikings, and since
I'm talking to the cat, not you, Michael.
Oh, that's all right. I'm going to take Minnesota, and since it's a home game and it's Thursday night, I'm going to take the under.
Under. All right. Tim started us off with this one. Let's go right straight to Sunday. Keith, the Saints, 5 and a hook. Going to the Meadowlands, play the Jets on a 1 o'clock game. 43 and a half is the total. Who are you liking here?
I'm going to take the Jets and the points on that one.
All right. All right. You going to go over?
I'm going under again.
Under again. All right, Mike.
Well, the Jets are home for a second straight week, so they didn't have to travel. New Orleans has to travel, but
hey, Darlene.
Huh?
Hey guys.
Hey.
The miserable performance against the Eagles last week. Nah, New Orleans is too strong. They're fighting for a playoff berth. I'm going to take the Saints, and I'm going to take the under because I don't think the Jets are going to score many points.
All right.
Sean, she's disrespecting me. She's laying on the paper trying to write on.
5 and a half. I ain't got a problem with that at all. In my sleep, I'll take the Saints. It's only a matter of are they going to go over 43 and a half? I think Saints are worth 33, but I just don't think the Jets are worth 11. I'm going to go under the total. I think this is going to be a blowout city. Tim.
I'm hoping the same thing. Oh, there's the RC
Cola. RC Cola. He pulled it out.
Yay, RC.
Yeah. So, Tim, you go with the Saints?
I'm going with the Saints and the under.
And the under. All right.
Still get it cheap?
Michael Peterson, Falcons. Falcons heading to the Panthers. Panthers with a new offensive coordinator for a week.
Mm-hmm.
-3 is the Panthers. They're favored by 3, 42 and a hook.
Oh, 42 and a hook, huh?
That's all the total is.
I don't know. The Falcons, the new offense. I can't send Cam's there. It's Cam and Matt. I'm going to take the over on the game.
All right.
But I can't. 3.5. Nah, I'll take the underdog on this one.
You're taking Falcons.
I'll take Atlanta on it. I think it'll be too close to call. Even
you
if
say over?
Will Carolina win the game? I don't think so. But it's going to be if they do win, it's going to be by 2.
Is it over?
No, I'm going to go with the under.
Under. Okay. Look, Cam Newton is used to getting his way a lot of times, and I think he played a part in getting rid of this offensive coordinator. If he's happy, it's going to make a part of what's going on there. We'll see what happens. I like your Panthers here. If not, they're in total disarray, and the Panthers coach Matt Rule probably going to be out of there. I like your Panthers. It's going to be a close ball game. It's going to be a high-scoring ball game. I like Panthers in the over. Tim.
Yeah, this is the one that the hook destroyed us in their previous matchup. It was 2.5, and they won by 2. With the Falcons did the last time with the field goal. Yeah. I think it's a little different this time. I hope at least. Give me Carolina to cover, but give me the under.
All right.
So is this one 3 or 3.5?
3. Last time they played, it was 2.
I had 3, and then when you were saying that, Tim, I was thinking, well, maybe I missed where he said the hook. So,
no, he said the last time they played it. Yeah, 42 and a half total. 3 points for the Panthers, Keith.
I'm gonna take the Falcons with the points, and this is gonna be one of my overs.
All right.
I don't know how many I'll have, but this is gonna be
right. I got you. Next one's coming to me. Seahawks 7 and a hook, favored at the Texans, and 42 points is the over under. I don't understand the line. Have the Seahawks shown y'all something that I haven't seen in the last month? The team can't score.
They've shown they're not the Texans.
But the Texans still have won some ball games. They're at home. I don't. I think the Seahawks maybe win the game. 7.5. Hell, I'll take it, Texans. Shit, I'll take them all day long. I think both teams are going to score. I'll go with the over here. Tim.
I'm hoping this is going to be something like 28-7. I mean, Houston's terrible, but I mean, yeah, Cooks is back, I guess, for Houston. That's probably why they may have been getting some offensive production, but give me the Seahawks, but give me the under.
All right. And Keith.
And what was that over-under number?
42.
42?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of those. Huh?
There are a few of them, yeah.
Still might be too much for that game because I still think Seattle probably wins this one like 30-10. So taking the Seahawks, and I'll go under just because I don't know that 2 points.
All right. Michael.
How many points did Houston score last week?
They haven't.
Anybody? 0.
They're still working on it.
They may get 3, but Seattle's going to probably score 31. Take the Seahawks, take the under.
All right. Tim, Raiders going to the Chiefs. Chiefs 9.5. 48.5.
You could probably give me like 11 and a hook or 12 and a hook, and I think I'd still take the Raiders, or not the Raiders, the Chiefs. I think they're in disarray after this Ruggs deal, especially with Waller being hurt as well. Yeah, give me the Chiefs, but give me the under because I don't think that Vegas is going to score a whole heck of a lot.
Keith.
And I missed the over-under again. I try to get this stuff written down when you're telling me, but
48.5.
48.5.
Uh-huh.
9.5 points is a lot, but I'll take the Chiefs and give the points. Hoping they can at least get a 10-point margin. 48.5. I'm actually going to go with an over on that one.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of a high score for me to go on an over, but I'm going to do it on that one.
All right. Michael.
Your typical AFC West matchup. And where are they? Are they in Kansas City?
Yes.
They're in Kansas City.
And the Arrowhead.
Most times you get a good AFC matchup in December. You are going to see how close it's going to get. I'm going to take the Raiders and the points. I think the game is going to be over. I think it's going to be like 27-24 or something.
Okay. All right. I'm with Michael. I'm 9.5. You give me 9.5. I'm going to take it. The Chiefs defense has actually been playing better than the offense the last 3 weeks. But I don't know. I just don't think their offense is clicking yet. The Raiders may not score much, but I just don't think the Chiefs are going to outscore them by 10. I'm going to Raiders. I think it's way under, though. I'm going to go under the total.
Oh, Sean,
Keith.
Yes, I am from New York City.
Keith, Ravens going to the Browns. Browns 2 and a hook.
I'm from Queens originally.
42.5.
42.5.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with the Ravens to bounce back this week, probably win this game outright. The Browns just seem to be kind of stuck right now. I don't know. They just don't seem to be able to do too much on offense at all. So looking at that, it tempts me to, just for that alone, it tempts me to go with the under. And yeah, I'm going to go with the under.
Michael.
The Ravens are very, very angry. They're a very angry team. An angry team can be a dangerous team. Cleveland, they've had it easy, but now this is a test for them. Another big conference game, but I think the Ravens are going to find a way to win by at least 10. So I'm going to take the Ravens, and Let's see.
What are you doing, Abs?
What's the over under again?
You're the cat that doesn't come up here too much.
42.5.
No, it's going to go over.
You're going to claw me here pretty soon, aren't you?
I think the Ravens win by field goal. They got to learn from last week. I like the Ravens here. I'm going under, though. I'm going under the total. Tim, you
Browns
go
have had
for
it
the Browns?
easy, like for what? I don't get it. Like they scored like 17 against the Lions. They should have scored like 31. They haven't scored over 20 points, which is why I am personally boycotting until they do score 20. So give me the Ravens, hopefully by like 13, but give me the under. So I don't think the Browns will score more than 13 or 17.
All right. Michael Peterson, the Cowboys, 4-point favorites at the Washington football team. 48.5 is the total.
Here we go. Another classic NFC East game this time. 48 points. That's too many. We're going to go under. Since I'm going to go under, I'm going to take the underdog, the Washington football team, and the under.
All right. You know what? I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I think it's a field goal game. And the Cowboys probably win. Last-second field goal, right there close to it. Washington's kept everybody close the last 5 weeks. They've won 4 of them. I'm going with Washington. I'm going to go over. Tim.
I think the streak ends this week. I think Dallas wants to kind of make sure that they win this division before possibly Christmas. So give me Dallas, and I like the over, actually.
Keith.
I think Dallas wins, but I'm going to take the football team to cover that 4-point spread, and I'm going to go with the under.
Okay. All right. Coming back to me, Jaguars. Going to the Titans. Titans are 9-point favorites. You know what? Titans are so up and down. And the thing is, the Jags have a good running defense. I think they're going to keep it within 9. I'm taking the Jags in this ballgame, and I'm going to go under. I'm taking a lot of dogs this week. Tim.
I think that Tennessee figures this out. It may be 17-3, so give me Tennessee and give me the under.
All right. Keith.
Titans are given 9.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do that. I'll give the 9 just because I just don't think the Panthers or the Jaguars are nearly as good of a team as the Titans are over.
Okay.
And it's 44.
44.
I like an over on that one.
Okay. Michael.
I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people may think. So I'm going to take the Jaguars, and I don't think it's going to be much of a scoring game. I think it'll be like 21-19 or something like that. So we're going to go with the under.
All right. Tim. Giants. Traveling to the Chargers. Chargers 10 and a hook favorite. 44.5.
I actually think that their running back may have a better day than their quarterback, and then that's not saying that Herbert still won't throw for 2 touchdowns. Except I don't think the Giants will score, so give me the Chargers in the under.
All right. Keith.
I'm going to go with the Chargers and another over. I can't believe I'm going with as many overs as I have so far this week.
I got you. And Michael.
Oh, my poor Giants. They are horrendous after watching their performance last week. They are horrendous. Justin Herbert's he's going to have a field day with the secondary. We're going to take the Chargers, and the Giants will probably score maybe 13 points. But San Diego, what was it, 44?
Yeah, 44.5.
I'm going to take the over on it. I think the Chargers will probably score 35 or something like that.
I don't mean to be mean, Michael, but as a Washington football team fan, This one thing that kind of puts a smile on our face, makes us a little happy when we stop and think, well, at least we're not Giants fans.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
as far as me and
It's a
Rob.
tough year for us, as usual.
But
You
Rob,
guys have had a lot better success in the
guess what?
last 20 years.
Rob's taking the Giants this week. I'm taking the Giants. I think it's a 10-point game. I don't think it's 11. I think it's 10. And let's see, 27-17 is 44. That ain't a hook, though.
Yeah,
I'll
but
go under. Huh?
What's going to happen, though, is the Chargers are going to go for 2.
And
They're going to get that 11th point.
then they're going to mess it and be 9. And then the Giants cover. And you guys going to come on here raising hell next week. Let's see, that was me. So, let's see, I went last. Keith,
Yeah.
Lions add to Broncos. Broncos are 8-point favorites. 42 over under.
8-point favorites?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Broncos?
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Lions with that 8 points all day long.
Okay.
And I know that's not a lot of points. Probably won't be many scored in that game. Score 24-17 maybe, so that would be under. I'll go under then.
All right, Michael.
The Lions fans are having a nice celebration. They might not win the game, but they're going to keep it close. I'll take the Lions, and I'll take the under.
You know, I'm going to say the Lions are going to win that game.
You do. I don't think they will, but I think they're going to keep it closer than 8.
They got a taste now. They're hungry. They're drooling. They're going to eat a horse this coming week.
Yeah, whoa.
And
What
did you hear
Vegas?
The Giants are starting at quarterback.
What Vegas guy made the line here? I want to give him some more
You
alcohol.
can't say eat horse.
Well, it's not necessarily a great thing to. The horse meat's technically illegal in the United States.
Oh, well, then, no, okay.
Oh.
So, they're gonna eat a human being in a horse suit. Then. Oh wait, you can't do that either.
Before Keith has Peter on our ass, I will go with
It's
the
figuratively, people, not literally. It's figuratively.
I'm going with the Lions. 8 points is ludicrous here. It's ludicrous. I think the Broncos may win. Just being that they're at home, it's a tough place to play. 8's nuts. But I think a lot of scoring here. I'm going with the over.
You know, when did that all come into effect, Tim? Because I remember, we were talking about All in the Family the other night.
Right.
And there was an episode where Edith was making horse for the family. And they weren't going to tell Archie what it was.
Oh, boy.
It's actually more recent than you might think.
It has to be.
2007.
Oh.
This banned in the U.S. Although, hold on.
I've never eaten it.
Hold on, it was reversed by states have their own specific laws. So it depends on
the state thing.
It's a state thing.
So Keith, being in Louisiana.
Oh, okay, well, it's legal in Colorado. They can light their doobies up out there.
They certainly can.
Broncos and people eating horses -8. 42 points.
Give me the Motor City Big Cats to cover.
And you're going to go over or under?
I'm going to go under. I think the Lions might actually win with like a late field goal.
They might. They could.
You're with me?
Michael Peterson.
It's a chance anyway.
Yeah. I didn't tell the last two guys came in here. Harris is under the weather tonight. So Harris.
Oh, achoo.
Harris is under the weather.
Get to feeling better, everybody.
Okay.
Michael, 49ers at the Bengals. Bengals are a 1-point favorite, 47.5.
It's basically a pick'em game. By the way, Jake Fromm is starting for the Giants on Sunday.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because
Yes.
Jones has got the neck
Okay.
issue, and he's going.
Yeah,
to
he's out, and Glennon is on concussion protocol.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
But 49ers and Bengals. Burrow.
Mike Frome for the Giants, Keith. He said for the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about from our earlier
Frome
game.
is starting for the Giants
but
this week.
what did I say, Bengals?
No, you didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. No, I heard
Anyway,
him.
I'm going to go with Mr. Burrow, the Bengals, and this is going to be a shootout. Over.
Okay. Has anybody seen Burrow's hand this week? I don't think he's going to be able to throw the football. It looks like he's got a growth on it the size of another hand. I'm sorry. Until he can get that squared away, he either needs to be sitting or they're going to be in trouble. I'm taking the Niners. They're straight up going to win this game.
Yeah.
I'm going over.
I belched some chili right up into my nose. Oh,
Tim.
gosh, that burns.
Yeah, give me the 49ers, but give me the under. That's a little too high for 47.5.
All right.
Half. Wow.
Keith.
Yeah, 49ers and under.
All right. Yeah, I like the over in this one, though. I just think we'll see what happens there. Keith went last. Bills going to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, a 3-point favorite, 52.5.
Tampa Bay is a 3-point favorite.
They are. And after last night's debacle, boy, I mean, look, they ran all over them. And I'm talking about New England. They threw the ball 3 times, folks. 1, 2, 3 times. That's all they ran it. I mean, threw it. They ran it down their damn throat. Tampa's going to do the same thing, except they got a top 2 quarterback in the league. This could get ugly. Could get ugly fast. They can stop the run. They don't have to stop the run against this team. The Bills have no running offense. The Buccaneers win this one. I'm going to go under the total just because I don't think the Bills are going to do a lot. The Bills, I think, are the most overhyped team out there.
What was the total on that one?
52.5. I'm going Buccaneers under the total. Tim.
I just checked the line on this. It has not changed. So that must be getting even money both ways.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
So you got to go the Bills then.
No. I'm going with the Buccaneers, and I'm hoping this is like 31-24. So put me in the over.
Are you going with the over? Okay, Keith. Well, Keith have to level it out. Then he'll have to take your Bills. If everybody's taking, if Vegas is that way, we get lopsided. Everybody's taking the Bucks. So
Well,
Keith.
The way the Bills could win it is if it gets into where it's just a shootout with a lot of passing, but Tampa's going to be somewhat balanced. I still think Tampa probably wins this one. It could be a game that's really high scoring. I would not be surprised, but I'm still going to go with the under, just because 52.
But you are taking Tampa and giving up in points.
Yep.
And under. All right, Michael, you take the Bills then.
Why? Because Tom Brady knows who Buffalo is. He's played them enough times in his life. If it was in the cold weather city, possible. No. Buccaneers under.
Under. All right. Tim, Sunday night football, the Bears going to the Tundra, playing the Pack. 12 and a hook. 44 is the total, Tim. Is 12 and a hook too much to take from the Pack here? But both teams come out by.
Yeah, I think watch Green Bay wins this by 13. So, and I'm keeping this under. So that's got to be like 24-10. Yeah, that sounds good. 24
So
to 10.
you going Packers?
Mm-hmm. And the under.
Under. All right. Keith?
I'm doing the exact opposite of Tim. I'm going to go with the Bears to stay within the 12.5. I think this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game.
All right.
I'm taking the over.
Uh-huh. Michael.
Another division rivalry game. It's going to be cold. I think that's going to favor the underdog. So I'm going to take the Bears, and I think it's going to be not as high scoring as everybody thinks it's going to be, and we'll go with the under.
All right. Yeah, I think it's going to be a high scoring game too. But I just don't see the Bears putting no points on the board here, man. Who are they going to have quarterbacking for them? I'm sorry. If it's Fields, if he's coming back, I even like him even more. I think this is a 20-plus point game. I'm going Packers. I'm going with the over. I think this is over by halftime, I think. All right, Keith. Monday Night Football, the Rams against the Cardinals. Cardinals, a 3-point favorite. 52 is the total.
Okay, this one, it's quite a few points for two teams that can play good defense. I think at least one of the teams will get some points, though, and I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Cardinals, given the 3. And I'm going to go with the under with the expectation that they'll probably score a combined like 48-50.
All right. Mike.
I don't know why the Rams are the underdog. I don't get it. It's not they've been showing enough. I know they're inconsistent, and I know the Cardinals got their deal. I'm going to take the points. And I'm going to stay under because I think that's too many points on the over/under.
I'll tell you why the Cardinals are 3-point favorites. Stafford. Stafford is playing shit. I'm telling you, right now, 12 games into the season, ask your Lions, do they regret getting rid of him? They got Goff, they got 2 number 1s and a 3 for Stafford. And I think they're looking back now thinking, okay, now we see what we got rid of. The Cardinals, I think, will take their dip or their turn this week. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a 6-point game. I'm with Key. 27, 21, 48 points, something like that. I'm going Cardinals, but I will go the under. Tim.
You know what? I think I'll go 31-24, which will be Arizona and the over.
All right.
We'll
Okay.
have to check to see for some of these Monday night games how many of them actually went over.
Yeah.
At the end of the season,
last night's was a whole 24 points. The week before that was a whole 32 points with the Seahawks and Washington football team.
Under.
The week before that, the Buccaneers 30, the Giants 10, under the total.
Under.
Yeah.
Week before that, the Rams and 49ers 31-10, 49ers over the Rams. Michael,
under.
31-10 was over, 47 points. That was over.
That was over. Okay.
Yeah. That was the Rams on a Monday night there too, Michael. 31-10. So just letting you know, Stafford, he didn't show up for that one either.
No, he didn't.
That's okay.
Bears and Steelers 29-27.
That went way over.
That one did go over the total, and the Giants and Chiefs won that one 20-17. That was before we started over-unders, but I can guarantee you that was under.
I guarantee that.
You don't see an NFL game 39 in the 30s.
No,
as far as over-unders.
Hey Tim, it looks like the FDA is the one who said that eating horse was not, or it wasn't to be consumed because there were too many drugs that were administered to horses, which made them unfit for consumption.
Yeah, especially if you're eating thoroughbred.
Yeah, it was not a healthy thing to do.
Okay, all right.
It wasn't so much a moral thing, but it was a.
Let's never forget our veterans, folks. This Saturday.
Yeah, today's Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor Day, 80.
Today's Pearl Harbor Day. This Saturday is the Army-Navy game in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Army is 7.5-point favorites. Tim,
Yeah, Army.
tell us who's going to win. And if you want to, even give us a score if you'd like you to get the score out there for us.
Well, it's going to have to probably be like touchdowns. I don't think either of them want to kick field goals. Give me 21-7, Army.
And you're saying Army. Okay, so you're taking them to win 21-7. Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to say maybe 28-14 Army.
28-14. All right. Michael.
Army Navy, fun game to watch. Both teams are going to bowl games, I think.
No, they're not. No, Navy's terrible this year.
No.
Army will be in Fort Worth.
Yeah,
So
Navy's what 1-9, 1-10,
2-8,
2-8. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're just as bad as my fantasy team. Army will win the game 28-7.
Army will win the game. He says 28-7. Like, what's going on, Bleacher Bomb?
Nada. Taking a break.
Yes, you can. I'll be the first to tip my cap.
You got us in the kitchen tonight, Anthony?
What's that?
You got us in your kitchen tonight?
I do. I was actually going to go out in the jacuzzi, but it's kind of chilly outside.
Anthony, the Army and Navy game. We'll go ahead and get your Army Navy. Army 7.5-point favorites, and they're playing in East Rutherford. So who are you liking in this one?
Navy is horrible this year. I don't even know if Ken is going to be there much longer, and they haven't been able to really stop teams. Rivalry game, though. I think for that reason alone that they will cover. It's probably going to be like a 6-7 point game.
Okay, all right. So give us a final score. We actually writing scores down.
I would say Army 20-13.
20-13. All right, folks. I think this is going to be first time. What is it? I don't think it's been a shutout in this game in 30-some years. Shutout city, 31-0. I'm picking Army to win this one, 31-0.
Pretty bold, my friend.
I think they'll run for over 400 yards, and Navy will not get 100 yards offense the whole game. Army's second best run attack in the country, in the 11th best run defense in the country. If Navy doesn't throw the ball for 200 yards, they have no. I mean, I don't think they have a chance anyway. But they're not even going to keep it close. I don't think.
Rob, would you be shocked to learn that last year's Army Navy game was a shutout?
It was last year's Army Navy game a shutout.
I'm just looking it up. I didn't realize it offhand. It was 15-0 Army.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So it'll be the first time in 365 days, not 30 years, but the first time in 300. I didn't realize last year's was. I didn't watch it then.
I didn't either. The last one before that was 2008 when Navy won 34-0. So,
Anthony, let's update Anthony about how he did this week. Anthony, how about going 10-3 with your pro picks this week? 10-3.
I picked some reaches too. Like I think I took Detroit to cover against my Vikings, and this shows you, man. The NFL has been weird this season.
You missed with the Bears. Let's see, who else did you miss with? Oh, you took a Chargers. You was the only one to take a Chargers this week. You would only, but none of us took a Steelers in that bullshit game. I mean, we were chewing fucking nails when we watched that. Live on the channel we were, and that was just crazy. Your lock of the week, Seahawks came through for you. They played well. So yeah, let's throw some games through for you. Tim, my friend, if you have to get a game going, all you got to do is let me know and shoot out of here if you have to.
Yeah, well, I think I'll stick around till about 8:15. How about that?
All right, that's cool. That's cool. All right, Bleacher Bums. Steelers at the Vikings. Vikings are a 3-point favorite. 44 and a hook is the total. I love that background. That's all.
Under. No, I think the Vikings come back strong. Shit, that might be a bet with my heart. I'll say they come.
So you go take Vikings.
Yeah.
And you're going to go the
Under.
All right. Saints, 5.5-point favorites going to the Jets. And I'll give you a total after that if you want.
Because Jameis Winston's not back either. He's done. He's done, right, for this season.
I think who did they say it was? I have not heard who they said.
This is the battle of underperforming BYU quarterbacks. I like the Jets to cover.
You like the Jets? 43.5.
Now that's an under.
All right. Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers with a brand new offensive coordinator. They got fired his ass Sunday morning, a week after the bye. I mean, after your bye, on the bye week, he fired him. I don't understand that shit at all. Why wait a week? But Falcons going to the Panthers. Panthers 3-point favorites.
That's kind of you bring in a new offensive coordinator for
They've worn rule. They simply put, you've got a month to show us. That's what has been told to Matt Rule. So if he doesn't do anything, he's gone. Bye.
And the Falcons have been in games too. I think there's just turmoil in Carolina. I like the Falcons there.
All right, 42.5.
Oh, shoot. I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, it's a lot of 42s and 43s this week. So it's so many unders when happened last week.
Getting in that bad weather season.
Yeah, Seahawks 7.5-point favorites against the Texans.
That's a big spread for as anemic as their offense has been lately. It's definitely an under. I don't even care what you tell me that is.
42. Okay.
That's an under still. I think the Texans are going to cover. They're going to lose.
I'm with you. I'm with you on it. I was the only one to pick the Texans, but I'm with you. The Seahawks have not shown me enough to make me want to think they're good. Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs 9 and a hook favorites.
Raiders are a mess. I'll take the Chiefs to cover that.
All right, 48.5.
Ooh, under.
Okay. Ravens at the Browns. Browns 2 and a hook favorites.
Really?
Yes.
Ravens.
Yeah, every one of us took the Ravens. You hadn't heard the one that we all laughed about yet, but we'll tell you that in a little while. 42.5.
You know what? I'm going to go over.
Okay. Cowboys 4-point favorites at the Washington football team.
How many games has Washington won in a row?
4.
So a 6-pack of Heineken has 2 more games left. I think they'll cover.
You think Washington covers?
2 more Heinekens left. Come on.
48.5.
Under.
All right. Jaguars going to the Titans. The Titans are 9-point favorites.
Wow. I think they cover that.
Oh, you do? Okay. 44.
God. Under.
All right. Giants going to the Chargers. Chargers 10.5-point favorites.
Wow. Can the Giants be that bad?
Michael's laughing on that one himself.
Michael's laughing on that one.
I know they are, but God, San Diego's been a little up and down this year. I think the Giants cover that.
I agree with you. I'm with you all the way on that one. I think it's a touchdown game at most. 44.5.
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be under.
Lions going to the Broncos. Broncos 8-point favorites.
I like Detroit. They're competitive, and I like what their coach is doing.
We're wondering where the 8 points for Broncos are in here.
Yeah.
I mean, do you understand that line?
No,
we don't either. We were like,
I mean,
what the heck?
It's like they look at the Lions' record and don't really look at how competitive they've been in most of the games this year. I mean, they're a team that plays hard.
What I told Keith said 8 points. I was that way the whole damn week too. I was like crazy. 42.
I could see that going over.
Okay. All righty. 49ers and the Bengals. Bengals are a 1-point favorite, so it's pretty much a pick'em game.
Yeah, Bengals.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm
that right away.
Yeah. Did you see his hand after the game Sunday? Good God Almighty! It looks like a growth. Burrow looks like a growth on the side of his hand now. It's all screwed up. They should be
fine.
All right, 47.5.
That's going to be an under.
All right.
And Frank, I do think he was underrated, a.k.a. Matthew Saad Muhammad. I always liked him. Very exciting fighter.
Bills at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers 3-point favorites.
Buffalo's another one. Gee whiz. I think they cover Buccaneers.
Okay. So you think the Bucs win by more than 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. We all agree with you there. 52.5.
Ooh, that's under.
You think so? Okay.
Did you guys go over?
Tim did. Everybody else went under on that one. Bears Sunday night. This is Sunday night now. Bears going to the frozen tundra of the Green Bay Packers. Biggest line of the week, 12.5.
Oh, shit. God, that's a lot. I think Green Bay covers that.
I'm with you. I asked them. I said, "Who's going quarterback for the Bears?" That's the thing.
It's a shame. It's really a shame to waste such a great defense on a Matt Nagy offense. It really is.
44.
I think that's going to be an over because I think Green Bay might score 35.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think Green Bay will score at least, what did I say? 30. Yeah. Rams and Cardinals.
Frank. Hope you enjoy your visit with her.
Rams and Cardinals. Cardinals 3-point favorites.
Cardinals kind of bit me last week.
Oh, wow.
They surprised a bunch of us.
Well, but come on, the way Chicago started that game, I could have led 2 touchdown drives with that field position.
Yeah.
I think the Rams will play better. I think the Rams win outright.
Oh, okay. All right. 52.
Ooh.
See, I see what Anthony did there. He already had 4 flakes in a room, so we added 3 more behind him.
Oh, shit.
Well played, Keith. 52.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I could see that being a shootout. We'll go over.
All right. In the past, there's been 119 Army-Navy games. Does anybody know which side leads the way and wins?
I believe it's Army by 3.
I think it's Army too.
I'm going to go with Navy.
60-49, the Naval Academy has won.
Really?
60 out of 119 of them. Out of 109, rather 109. So if the Army wins this year, it'll be their 50th win in the battle. And Anthony, do you think Navy wins outright? You said no. You just think it'll be 20-13 Army, but the hook was enough to give you the Navy.
Yeah.
Were you in the Navy?
No, I was in the Army.
Oh, you was in the Army. Okay.
We have, one of our sons is in the Navy. He's over in Italy right now. So yeah, we have a contentious Saturday coming up between us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'd already wrote you down as picking the Army to win. So it's the Navy right there. Yeah. Yeah. I was telling everybody that Harris is out sick tonight. He's on. He called me. He texted me and said he wasn't feeling good. He was under the weather. I'm hanging in there best I can. My mouth was bothering me big time. I had doctor said it was one of the longest roots ever on a tooth. It was 24 millimeters I had to dig into my teeth, and 25 millimeters is an inch. So he had to go almost a whole inch into my tooth. And one time he went. You gotta love his shit. Does this hurt? Oh yeah. I was shaking up that one time, and other than that, he was all right. But just, I would rather he'd say, "Okay, this could hurt," than do it. But no, does this hurt? I'm like, oh no, yeah, it does.
Bleepity bleep bleep bleep.
The guy reminds me a little bit of Roger Penske in the face. The doctor, he's a good guy though. I like him a lot. Yeah.
Hey, do we know if Harris's cat is a potential suspect in maybe poisoning him?
I don't know, man. Or any of his nieces or nephews. I don't know, because he's called them some names too.
Does Army and the Navy football teams always play Air Force every year?
I don't think they play Air Force every. Do they?
They usually do, because they play for the Commander in Chief
Trophy. Yeah. And I think Army has already won. Has an Army already won the Commander in Chief Trophy this year?
I believe they have. Yes.
Yeah, because Navy is 2-8, and they just absolutely suck. They are really bad. And Army is in a bowl game. They've won 7?
I think they're 9-3. I think they're like 9-3.
Oh, are they that good? Okay.
Check.
Yeah.
Just looking at all the bowl matchups.
Yeah. Oh, who are they playing in the bowl?
Oh boy, that I gotta think.
1 second, I have to answer this, or I'll get in trouble.
Okay. I got you.
I think who they're playing. Hold on. Got that. Hold on.
So how's your mouth feel right now?
It's
sore.
I took two 20s. Leaves about between 5:30 and 6.
Army has Missouri in their bowl game.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Army has Missouri. Okay, what is Missouri's record? Like 7-5?
6-6.
6-6. And
Army 9-3.
Army is already 9-3, so they can be 10-3 going to their bowl game.
They're 8-3 now, but they can go
8-3.
Yes, so they're 9-3. Could be 9-3 going into the bowl game.
Missouri, I'd imagine at least 4, if not 5, of their wins were out of conference, huh?
Who?
Missouri. Vanderbilt, they may have beaten, but
let's see. I'll tell you real quick.
South Carolina, maybe.
I'll tell you. Missouri football team. Missouri beat Florida. Missouri beat South Carolina.
That's 2.
Vanderbilt.
Missouri beat Vanderbilt. Missouri beat North Texas.
Who beat UTSA?
Huh?
That's conference.
North Texas who beat UTSA.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
they
I
were
know,
ranked.
yeah. That's Conference USA.
Yeah.
Missouri beat. They lost to Kentucky. Central Michigan.
Okay.
Missouri beat SEMO. SEMO.
American.
Southeast Missouri.
Southeast Missouri. Yeah. They lost to Boston College. They lost to Tennessee. They beat North Texas. They lost to Texas A&M. They beat Vanderbilt. They lost big time to Georgia. They beat South Carolina by a field goal. They beat Florida by 1 point, and they lost to Arkansas by 17. They might be Southeastern Conference, in the guts, but in the heart they're not. They really aren't. I mean, come on. You lose to friggin' Tennessee, and I mean, how about this? 62-24. They got their asses at home. They were at home and got their
You
asses
were
handed.
at home, even fun.
I wonder what
Even
led
more
to the
fun.
SEC adding Missouri.
Excellent question.
They were in the Big Ten. I mean,
were
the
Big
the
12.
Big
I
12.
know I can see how they wanted Texas A&M, but
I think they might have played a part in going over there with them when they did.
it must have been somehow that
I think so. I think there was a package deal there.
you have to agree to take
and
Missouri.
yeah, they just ended up
Maybe
being.
maybe the Big 12 got to pick who the other team was going to.
I don't know.
They would have sent Kansas if that was the case.
It was
Yeah,
right.
well, I don't
It
know.
was-
They might wanted to keep the Kansas State rivalry with it, even though there really isn't one.
It was a package deal, and I believe they was the asshole part of the package. Yeah, Missouri. Lord have mercy. Yeah, not much to laugh about there, but they really are bad.
They couldn't get Texas Tech or
Oh yeah, they couldn't get none of them,
ECU.
especially Baylor. That is something.
Baylor. Yeah,
Yeah, Baylor's a hell. Baylor right now. Who's more level football and basketball wise than Baylor? I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
Think about it. I'm talking.
Mhm.
I mean, is Ohio State?
no, Ohio State just got back into the top 25. This
Alabama's
past week
getting
in
pretty good at basketball.
How good is Alabama? Is Alabama in the top 20?
Yeah,
They beat Gonzaga, so they jumped
yeah, they
up.
just beat
Oh,
Gonzaga
okay.
pretty easily.
Okay.
But like
Clemson-
with Baylor winning the national title last year and then being top 10 this year for football, and their women's team is not bad either.
Think back in the 80s. Clemson's basketball team, they were good.
Yeah, if it wasn't
Florida was good in both. Michigan has been good in both. UCLA's been good in both.
Who was the guy that hit that lucky shot for Connecticut? Trent. Hold on, let me see the guy's name. It was against Clemson. It was when they had Dale Davis.
Oh, okay. Guy for Connecticut. You say Connecticut?
Yeah, Tate George. That's who it is. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Tate George. They threw full court and he turned around and shot it within like 2 seconds. To get
Who would you say in the Big Ten right now is the most even as far as
In the Big Ten,
as far as basketball and football? Would you
Michigan State maybe, Wisconsin.
No, because they're
Purdue?
Well, Purdue's the top dog right now for basketball, but they only
Where
won like
were
7
they at
games.
football at the end?
Iowa.
7-5.
Purdue, didn't they crack the top 25?
Purdue's
football?
number one. Purdue
No,
what,
in
in
football. Yeah.
I don't think so. They're 7-5 at the end.
Without
Purdue
money.
was, right? I think they were. They're 7-5. They let's see, Iowa, Ohio State, Michigan State.
Purdue was also receiving votes.
Purdue was receiving votes in football.
Yes.
Right. And
What's the
number
best
one-
basketball team BYU's had, Anthony?
Ever?
When that Bradley was there or something? Or?
No, probably back in Danny Ainge's day.
Any-
Maybe one
70s, late 70s.
Yeah, they're solid. They've got a solid team now. They a really bizarre loss, but they're still in the top 25.
Oh yeah, that Utah Valley that we talked about.
Yeah, that was just
and bumped them down
crap.
8 spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't lose to the mighty Utah Valley. What is Utah Valley? I mean, what is their emblem? Utah Valley. There.
I think they're the Wolverines.
Oh, I thought maybe it was
so.
like the
Yeah.
cliffs. We jump off.
Oh,
Let's see here.
right
the
now I'm
cliffs of
watching
Utah.
Kentucky and Southern.
Yeah,
What?
they are the Wolverines. Yes, they are.
Let's flip the
they?
script. Let's go to the ACC. The most level team, the most even team, football and basketball wise.
It's not North
Auburn's in
Carolina.
the SEC.
It's not North Carolina. It's not Duke. It's not University of Virginia.
Probably Kentucky.
They're not in the
Yeah,
ACC.
I'm watching. That's the game I'm
That's-
watching.
Oh, they're SEC. That's right.
Um,
It's in the ACC.
Pittsburgh.
How are they in basketball right
They're
now?
not that good in basketball.
No, not
Wake Forest.
Syracuse. Are they in?
Syracuse is better in basketball than they are in football.
Yeah, the football they're
Maybe.
not very good.
God, maybe Louisville, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
NC State. What's NC State doing in basketball? Their football team was pretty good.
Yeah.
They were top 25 for a while.
Missed that one too. Holy
Georgia
crow.
Tech.
Sorry.
Right. Miami, Florida State, no. Georgia Tech, no. Then you come up to
How's
Clemson.
Wake Forest in basketball right
That's
now?
what I was saying. Wake Forest is damn good in football this year. They're top 20. They go finish in the top 20 if they win their bowl game.
Oh, easily, yeah.
NC
Yeah.
State.
Will they be a top 10 team? Will they be a top 10 team if they
They
win their
could be a
bowl
top 15 team, yeah.
game? Yeah. Well, I think maybe I want to say they're 13th now or something. What are they? Let's
Well,
see.
and we can't forget about that wonderful Florida losing to Texas Southern by 15 last night. Yeah, seriously, that happened.
Yeah. Texas Southern.
Texas Southern. I know where they
Yeah.
are.
And they was at the Swamp and beat them. They went.
They
Yeah,
lost
they
to the
was-
Swamp.
And whipped them. Yeah.
There's Texas Southern.
Man, oh man. North Carolina State football.
Hey Tim, where did that Kelvin Sampson used to coach at before going to Houston? Didn't he coach like at Oklahoma State or something?
Yeah, and I think he also coached at the Indiana.
Yeah.
And Houston.
Kelvin Sampson also won hit one here on the East Coast somewhere. Where the hell did he go?
Kentucky's starting to blow away now.
Kelvin Sampson. I thought he. Kelvin Sampson. I thought he. I was thinking maybe he was here in the ACC.
Oh, it's Oklahoma, not Oklahoma State.
Right. And then it was
Ryan
Milwaukee.
Fitzpatrick is done for the year.
So he's with Houston.
Washington State, Montana Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went to the pros for 6 years as an
Right.
assistant.
Milwaukee Bucks. And then the Rockets. And now he's with the Cougars now.
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, I'm in Houston. I might as well just take over their college basketball team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see how many times they get him on probation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, how about our running joke the other day? What was that coach we was talking about that drove through the park, went through the drive-through?
Oh,
Oh,
from the Lions.
Yeah, Cullen.
Yeah, Joe Cullen.
Yeah, Joe Cullen, I think it was. Yeah.
What'd he do?
Yeah. Joe Cullen, when he was with what team was that? When he was with a team, he drove
Detroit
through.
Lions.
Yeah, he was with the Detroit Lions, and he drove through the Wendy's drive-through naked, and paid for his food. Oh yeah, it's true.
Well,
All you got to do is look it up. Personal life. Oh well, here we go. Cullen was fired shortly after his hire into University of Mississippi after being charged with drunk and disorderly conduct, passing out in a local Subway shop.
Woohoo!
Cullen
So-
was arrested in 2006 for driving under the influence as the defensive line coach of the Detroit Lions. In another incident, during the 2006 preseason, he was arrested after he drove through a Wendy's drive-thru naked. He was fined $20,000, suspended 1 game, and then sent to AA. But he has resurfaced, Bleacher Bums. And can you guess where he has resurfaced at this year?
It's not BYU, I don't think.
Think about it. We're talking about super drunky and party man, and he is the defensive coordinator
For
of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh my God.
If that ain't a fucking party atmosphere, what is?
That was probably something Urban Meyer looked for on his resume. When
So if I get in trouble, I always got this asshole I can dump on.
Rob, do we know where he was keeping his wallet when he got arrested at the Wendy's?
Conduct
It was in a little
detrimental
baggie.
to the league. But
Or somewhere?
can you imagine, man? You walk in and say, "Yes, sir. I have my yeah." Have you filled out?
Hold on, how much did you say?
I have filled out my application, and then you bring another hot stack of papers. What are they? They're just my porn sheets. Oh, okay. You are hired. You are hired. We don't care what you know about football. You are hired, sir.
So at this point, we know the only 2 guys who would hire him are Urban Meyer and Ken Castro, then, correct?
Oh my Lord!
Can you fit on a bicycle seat?
Right. He got those three questions for him was, have you ever been to Canada? Number 2, does your ass fit well in a bicycle seat? And number 3, do you like apples? And if so, do they have to be real? Yeah.
What are you all talking about?
His buddy, he
That's right. He went.
went to the strip club and then came back with an apple in his
Are
mouth.
you willing to help me, assist me to interviewing some porn stars?
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
God.
Notre Dame has to join the ACC in football. You guys agree? Frank, I think they should have to. I don't like the idea where they can back into a playoff spot by not playing a championship game. I think they've got to set regulations and rules, even stating that if you are the 2 top independents, even if you've played once, you got to play again. I think it should be an independent championship series or whatever, but I'll be glad when all teams.
Even if they had to play a Boise State team or something, like they had a.
Yeah, but
I
don't you think expanded playoffs would take care of that, though?
Well,
technically, you had the expanded playoffs this year. Just was in the regular season.
Right. And they could have backed if Michigan would have lost Saturday night, they would have backed in there, and a lot of people wouldn't have liked it.
After backing in kind of last year.
Yeah.
In the sense that they got beat by Clemson, didn't they? And then they ended up still getting in.
Oh, I'm just glad there was no chaos.
Thank God.
This year went pretty much straight chalk, and
I don't think you can argue with the 4 teams at all in this year.
No,
even with the seedings, to me.
Yeah.
I'll give Frank a nice thumbs up here if you read that story about his niece coming home.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
She's U.S.
That's
Marine
awesome.
stationed in Germany. Awesome deal, Frank. Good deal.
Hey, Tim, what kind of a funeral thing are they going to have for Bob Dole? Have you heard anything about it?
Oh, I don't know if they'll put him at state. Should be. I mean, with him being a war hero and being in the Senate for that long.
Oh, Bob Dole? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure something will come out.
Who was that told the story? Was it Keith or you, Tim?
No, I did.
He did.
Tell us that again. Yeah, that's
For
a
the
good
pen.
story.
Actually, I'll have to ask Anthony. Anthony, do you know why Bob Dole always held a pen in his hand?
I believe it was related to a war injury. No.
Yes, that is correct. And I told the story about how so it would prevent people from shaking his hand. He put the pen in his hand so it wouldn't hurt all the time. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I knew it related something to that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they probably came out when he ran for president in '96. I think either I saw it on TV or my dad told me or something. So that's how I knew.
Let's just say, for the sake of arguments right now, let's just run down the list of NFL teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting mixed signals from especially some of these guys on television. I want you guys take just a quick yes, quick no, thumbs up, or you can hands up, thumbs up, whatever. Steelers this year, first round, take a quarterback. Thumbs up or thumbs down. First round.
I don't think.
I think they got to get offensive line help before they get
Yeah.
quarterback help.
Vikings, round one this year, they take a quarterback. First round. All right. Saints, this year, first round, take a quarterback. Oh, wow, Tim.
Yeah.
Now, all right, Tim, let's say they stay about in their position right now. They would be drafted right around 16th, 15th, maybe even 12th. Who would be your clear-cut quarterback if you were going to draft and be the Saints?
See, I don't. Besides the Liberty kid and the Ole Miss kid, who else is coming out?
Pickett.
The kid,
I
Pickett,
think Pickett's the best quarterback.
Kenny Pickett is a quarterback coming out. Yeah.
Well, the other problem is they should get a quarterback, but they're paying Taysom Hill $11 million a year, aren't they?
They paid him way up there. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be a large problem.
Yeah. Now they could always cut him. NFL can cut him and get rid of him.
Part of his contract has incentives by how much he plays quarterback, though, too.
Yeah.
So if they get a QB and he does his Swiss
Pickett
Army,
fell to New Orleans like Mac Jones did for New England.
Uh-huh.
I would jump on that in a heartbeat.
Okay. Jets. Are they going to give up on what they got right now? Thumbs up. Round one. If you say they're all right.
Way
Falcons.
too early. They need to get the team some experience and get him some protection up front.
I agree.
Yep.
Falcons.
Plus they'll get their big offensive lineman that got injured. Forget his name.
And Lawson will be back on the D line too. That was a huge loss when he went.
Yeah. Round one, the Falcons take a quarterback.
I kind of think they will.
When are they picking?
That's the thing. They're gonna be in the top. They're gonna be in the top 5, 6. I agree. That's the only reason they go in the first round. I'm saying the first round because
I don't know what they have behind.
They could get one of the other two guys in round 2 and maybe in round 3.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. In round one, I just don't think there's a quarterback good enough to go in the top 5. Now, to give away that pick and then possibly do it, yeah, that could happen. They could definitely take somebody like a Malik Willis. Would not surprise me at all. Matt Corral, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They could take him. Would not surprise me at all. Is a Baylor quarterback eligible to come out this year?
What's his?
I think he could be pretty good. I really do think he could be. And Stroud is not eligible.
Oh, he's only a freshman.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd heard sophomore. I thought I heard he was a sophomore.
You mean Brewer for the
Stroud? C.J. Stroud for Ohio State.
Yeah, no. I think he's either a freshman or Brewer's a senior, so if he's a starter,
Who?
Yeah,
Charlie Brewer doesn't have a team right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then
he transferred to Utah and then sucked and quit after 3 games, so he is nowhere to be found.
Hold on.
Panthers. Panthers, will they go in the first round and try to get a quarterback?
Who?
No.
No, I don't think they will.
I don't think so. Seahawks.
If they can
First
keep
round?
Wilson,
Seahawks.
I don't know why,
Quarterback?
but I don't think any team is going to go after a quarterback
first
in the
round?
first round.
I think somebody will
I don't
late.
think the Seahawks.
I think somebody will late. I think the Seahawks might be that team that might go after Malik Willis or somebody like that. Why wouldn't you? They realize, and on top of everything, he said he's gone. He's already announced he's leaving. So
I just don't see that though.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of. You said it too, didn't you, Tim?
No, you said it.
Oh, okay. I thought you agreed with me with Seahawks.
Yeah, well, yeah, Seahawks. I think they'll take a quarterback because if for sure, if Wilson's leaving, then yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Texans.
No.
Well, I mean, okay. I'll say
Texans
no
gonna have a
because
top three.
Well,
They're gonna have a
Taylor-
top three. They're gonna have a top 3 pick.
well, the reason I'll say no is
Doesn't matter.
because they got to get that thing cleared up with Winston at some point.
Right. Keith.
Yeah, you mean the guy that
Not
Watson,
Winston.
you mean.
Not
Winston,
Winston.
Deshaun Watson.
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 Watson. Yeah, Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson.
At some point, that's got to get
I
cleared
don't
up.
think so.
I don't think they can take that high. You agree, Anthony?
I think they got too much other stuff to do right now.
Yeah.
Texans need to draft an entire new team right now.
Yeah.
So-
They
Except
need
for
to
Brandon
just say,
Cooks, maybe.
can we enter our new
Yeah,
expansion
except Cooks.
draft and pretend like this is our first year?
You get the cast offs from other teams.
All right, how about the Lions? How about the Lions right now?
You know what?
Are they going to
Not yet.
I think they're good to roll with Goff for a couple of
Yeah.
seasons still. And,
Yeah.
I think
All right.
so too.
And let me ask you guys this: you tell me which team you think so far has won this trade. Golf to the Lions,
Rams.
two number ones, a 3, and then Stafford. Who you like better, Bleach Bombs?
Well, Stafford's been better this year.
Yeah, you
No,
got to see how those picks turn out. So far it's the Rams.
You like the Rams? How about you, Mike?
Rams.
Tim?
Rams.
I guess now it's the Rams. We'll see how these draft picks turn out.
Has Goff reached his ceiling, do you guys think? Or could he still get a little better? And,
I
he
think-
gets the
I
right
think
coaches around him?
I think he's what he's going to be. I think they can give him some weapons and he can stay consistently decent. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if he could become a little more consistent on the.
Yeah.
I mean, that year they went to the Super Bowl during the season that year, he was lighting things up. He had that game against the Chiefs where him and Mahomes both looked like they couldn't miss a deep pass.
I personally, I mean, are the Rams that much better than they were last? I don't think they are. I really don't think they are. I mean,
Well, I think the league caught up with McVay too.
This is a team at best that's a wild card at best. But if they
They
don't
could
make
use
playoffs,
a little more of a running game. I don't know if it's by design that they don't really have one, or if they just don't have an
that's where they lost is in the running game, and I think their defense has gotten a little worse too.
Yeah.
It's not like it has been in past seasons.
Wow.
Garoppolo, right now, if you're any GM out there, you can be the GM for any team out there. And if 49ers say at the end of the season, Garoppolo's up, we want a first round for you. Are you jumping at it? Bleacher Bomb.
not a first round.
The best I would give for him is a third or a fourth.
I mean,
I agree. I think they're looking for a 1. They actually think they're going to get it. They gave so much more up for him than they're going to get back, I think.
They might get a 1, but they're going to have to put their 1 in the deal too to do that.
Right. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Tim? Do you think he's
Garoppolo is not worth a first round pick?
I
If
don't
Watson's
think
not worth a first round pick.
The only
Well,
team
Tua-
that I could see a team doing that would be a team that's going to probably finish around 10-7 or 9-8 this year, and they have a quarterback that's going to retire or something.
Well,
And is that the Steelers? I don't know, but
Is Garoppolo a top 15 quarterback?
No.
Garoppolo.
He's probably right around the middle. But it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, he's maybe, and he's around.
All right.
18,
How
you have
about
to
if
think that a
I
game manager could
name
get
you
you into
two
the playoffs.
quarterbacks? You tell me who you think's better. Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's got
Cousins,
more
because he's
experience.
been consistent.
Who said Garoppolo?
Michael
Me,
Bleacher Bums?
Cousins,
Keith?
barely.
I'd take Cousins there.
Tim?
Cousins.
I'm with you. Let's see. Let's try to find another toughie. I don't know if we can find any
I was
toughies.
just looking at a mock
Well,
draft.
how about golf?
And they
Golf
say,
or
they say
Garoppolo?
4
Yeah.
quarterbacks are going to go in the first round.
How about that? How about golf and Garoppolo? Golf and Garoppolo right now.
Right now, Goff.
I would take Goff only because of the injury issue. I think they're pretty much close up apart from that.
Michael?
Goff.
Yeah,
Keith?
I think I'd take golf. Just I don't know. Garoppolo's he's a little older too, isn't he?
So, whoa. Michael, golf, you like golf better than you do the kid from.
Yes.
Oh,
Age.
wow. Oh, okay. Now, I'm surprised by that one.
Age.
What does anybody else in here agree with that one now?
What was that?
Golf over Cousins.
Goff
Mm,
over
I-
Cousins.
I don't. How about you, Bleacher Bombs?
They're comparable. Cousins is a better game manager, more consistent. Goff gives you a little more flash, but also more negatives. So
All right, this one right here is. I know it's a short story.
Cousins, the thing is with him, it seems like every once in a while he'll just all of a sudden put a team on his shoulders and win a game, but then he'll be flat the next week.
Oh, he's got his
Yeah.
stupid ass moments. So all you got to do is look back at some of them because he was some of them with
he's
Washington.
got a few, yeah.
How about this one though? Garoppolo, Heineke. Now I realize Heineke has a short book to look at,
That's a,
but right now, if you're Washington, would you unload Heineke if you could get Garoppolo? Bleacher
No.
Bombs.
Oh, sorry.
Again, because of the injury. Heineke, eventually teams are going to figure out how to defend him. It always happens, but yeah, not now.
Keith,
I'd keep Heineke.
Tim, you said Heineke too, right?
Yep, I did.
Michael,
no, I keep Heineke also.
I'm with you. I'm with you too. Now, how about this one?
Don't win.
Garoppolo. How about this one? Garoppolo, Matt Ryan. Right now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Just for the age thing, yeah. I mean, Ryan's got
Ryan looks like he's on his way out of the league.
This is one I almost think you take a shovel and just sort of sweep him up and be like, I'd take Garoppolo.
Just tell
Bleacher
him,
Bombs?
you had a good career. It's time to go home and be with your family.
So you agree? Maybe Garoppolo's time.
Yeah. Just because I mean Ryan is definitely on the downside, and he could go down real fast at this point.
I think maybe. Well, then again, what weapons does Ryan have right now? He doesn't have Julio Jones. He doesn't
Ridley
have,
had the mental issue there. He had to.
Other than tight end, that tight end really hadn't had that great a year either. But
Hey, let me tell you this bad beat, okay? So in my fantasy league this season, this guy was bugging me all year, Ridley for Keenan Allen. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. And Allen was kind of slipping a little bit. So I finally pulled the trigger and I got another player too. And literally days after that trade, he took his mental nervous break from football. I was like,
yeah. Well, however,
so he has done nothing to occupy my IR for my fantasy team.
Keenan Allen just got on the COVID list.
Not true.
Well, so there.
Turnabout's fair play.
You're the You're the line. I mean, you're the Dolphins GM.
Hey, Rob, let me ask you one. If you could take Allen of the Bills or Jones of the Patriots.
That ain't. I'd rather have, dude. Jones. You ain't got 5 quarterbacks out there right now. You can trade me for Jones.
Really?
You don't.
He's showing.
Hell, I think he's the shit. I think he's the shit. Till you show me something different.
Rob, stand up.
Can I stand up?
No, yeah, stand up.
Uh-huh.
Stand up. Turn to the side. Pull your shirt up a little bit. We want to just see your Mac Jones tattoo that you got on.
Tell me who you like better, Bleacher Bums.
I like Mac Jones too.
Better than Allen?
A little bit right now.
I do. Mike?
Allen's a better big play guy.
Fan. I like
You're a
him.
Josh Allen fan? Okay.
Yeah, I just think he needs to play for a team that can protect him a little bit better instead of him being on the run half the game.
I think it's part of his game, though. I think he likes to run like it. Just he's not a good, smooth runner. How about you, Tim, right now? Josh Allen or Mac Jones?
To me, I think Mac Jones is more of a system quarterback. Like he's Belichick. I don't think Mac Jones wins on. He may even win on like 3 or 4 other teams. I think Allen could win on a lot of teams. So I'll go with Josh Allen.
That's a good point too.
See now I think
like Mac Jones would not do good in the Raiders scheme at all.
All right, but I think if he'd have got picked by the 49ers, he could be running just as smooth as he's running right now. That's the way
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because number one, look at their receivers. They've got stuff. The Patriots. I mean, you got to look at a damn milk carton to find out what the damn names of these crazy bastards are that he's throwing to. You don't know none of them. I mean, it's people you never heard of. Now, their running backs, I will say this much for those 2 or 3 running backs they got. They are horses. Because last night, I will say this. I will say I could have quarterbacked last night for the Patriots and won the ball game. Because do you know how many passes he threw?
He threw 3 passes.
3 passes the whole damn game. That's right. At halftime, he was 1 for 1 with 11 yards.
Gotta love it.
11 yards, boys and girls. So, yeah, I don't. Not for 1 second am I saying, well, without Jones last night, you wouldn't have won. No, I'm not going that route. I'm not that damn idiotic. Weather played such a role last night. I mean, when you score 3 minutes or 4 minutes into a game and go for a 2-point conversion right off, something either tells you don't even have a kicker or you can't kick. One of the two. And last night, it might have been a little bit of both, but they weren't even trying to kick. They weren't even trying to. Bleacher Bums, have you talked to Ken Castro about maybe replaying one of his World Series? They're trying to get every World Series replayed. They want to do a whole. So I'm doing 2019. I'm doing it on payoff pitch. Tim, 1971.
Yes, I'm actually right now. I'm kind of pilfering out the teams and see if I can get my roster. I got Pittsburgh's roster done.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if Keith has gotten together with him yet or not.
With payoff pitch, I could do 1921, 1969.
Oh
yeah.
Status Pro 1976.
Now, if we do it online, if you do it live, I mean, if you do it, he's wanting to keep stats and stuff. He wants a stat number. So I'm going to do mine. I'm not actually going to keep all the stats written. I mean, I will keep them all written down, but I'm going to do all my games on my channel. And I'm willing to bet every road team doesn't win on mine this time. That's the way it happened in 2019. All 7 games were road team wins.
Yeah, that's not really something I'm interested in, but just out of curiosity, how are you guys doing if you get to a game that never got played as far as pitchers?
Well, thankfully, 71 was a 7-game series, so I'm good to go for that.
Mine's a 7-game as well, but if not, I would only go 4-man rotation. That's the way I would do it.
Oh, yeah, because I think that's what they're.
Doesn't he want playing as played lineups or just whatever you want to do?
Well, I think once you go past game,
and
you
only
just repeat the lineups
with only the active roster. So obviously, if your pitcher in the first inning gives up 7 runs, you're not going to keep him in there to get tackled. I mean, just get total annihilated. So you ain't got to play exactly the same people. I know some people do that shit. I don't do it that way.
Well, with pitchers, you can't.
No, you can't. You cannot do it because you're not guaranteed the outcome that they are. You just not.
Yeah, you're not going to bring your closer in the 9th inning if you're way behind.
Right. You're not going to bring your closer in the 9th inning if you're down 6 runs. No. You just
trust me, ID Jester had this same thing. I'm it once starting fine, and then maybe for they bring in a, like
ID Jester did it at the exact out. Brought him in into saying if they went 5 2/3, let's say he had a perfect game going 5 2/3. No, this guy comes out now and he pitches until he gets that next 2 outs or whatever.
Now I will say this though.
Totally disagree with him on that.
Yeah, I don't do that. I let mine replay. I let my replay roll as it does, and if they give up 3 runs and you in the National League and you're down 3-0 in the 6th inning, you almost got to go for a pinch hitter. You almost have to. It's one. That day can never come back to you, and you can't afford to get back 1 run. 1 day or 2 days or whatever. So, that's one time I disagree with him. Now his driving skills. Well, hold on for a second. I'll tell you what I think about his driving skills. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah. and if you caught me a year ago, after I came back from the Mexican restaurant, But
you got to invite him in here, though, if you're going to pick on him, Rob. So
I invite him to come over here. Do this with us. Yeah, he actually got back in touch with me and said something about of course I have a steering, because I asked him did he have a steering wheel because he looked like a 4-year-old driving on that damn racetrack. He said, "Of course I've got a steering wheel. It's a G29."
You have to if you want to be a pro.
So, if you want to be a pro like me, that's what he said. A pro like me, and I'm like, oh, okay. But,
I think he was doing tongue in cheek on that, but
right.
You need to do a theme show with him so we can invite him in for driving tips.
Okay.
Then we'll do our top 10 ID Jester name mispronunciations from Cards and Dice.
I pick on him for his rants and stuff, or like fun with
favorite rant.
Because I mean he was one of the first people that I followed when I came to YouTube and started looking at games and stuff.
And ID Jester.
I enjoyed watching him do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I had him on as a guest. And ID Jester, guess what? As a surprise guest tonight, I have the CEO of Stratomatic with us here tonight.
Oh, no.
Hal Richmond himself.
That Appa football one, though, man, he is just all over that.
Stratomatic.
All you need is the quarterback card and the running back card. You don't need any of this other stuff. You just write this number down for their offensive line and their defensive line. And everybody's got the same level except for 1 or 2 teams.
Why are you ripping me off, sending me all these cards? And all I use are 4 cards. 4 cards. And why are you going to do it to me? Oh,
and then look at that 10-yard marker. You see anything wrong with that 10-yard marker?
It's
9.5 yards.
It's 9.5 yards, folks. It's 9.5 yards. Do I pay my money for this shit? No, I don't. It's funny as hell. ID Jester. Yeah.
But he can always say that he's picked the last 2 World Series winners.
That is true.
That's way better than I've done. I've got anybody but yet I've been the only guy the last 2 years or 2 full seasons in 19 and 21 that's actually taken the Braves to win the division.
What gets me though is he was doing a replay of the 2011 Cardinals, and he's a Cardinals fan.
Yeah,
and yet he was butchering the names of half of the Cardinals.
Ryan Theriot.
Ryan Theriot or whatever he was saying. It's like, it's Theriot. How can you not know that?
I want him to do a BYU replay with all those Simone and Tonga.
Oh, geez.
Oh, goodness. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Has Stratomac announced which season they're going to release is for the first time in super advanced rules this year?
Not for opening day next year, you mean? I have no idea.
Yeah, in February. They usually do in early December, they'll announce that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll have a couple of them.
What's that? I'm sorry, Keith. What did you ask?
The Stratomatic every year they'll release a season in super advanced rules.
They usually release them the first week of February.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll announce it though usually.
Rob, can you let Matt in?
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Matt. Sorry about that.
Carver?
Yeah, he says, someone tossed me a life ring. I'm drowning here. Hey, man.
38 minutes, Rob.
He was too busy on his IDJ rant to probably hear the thing, alert, danger, Robinson.
I thought I was in timeout or something. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can see him in here.
If he wants a series, because I have like 1967 Fall Classic Baseball. I don't know how many people use 67.
Oh no,
5.
Well, Keith, I mean, I'd like to see, just email Ken and see what,
See what he wants. Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Keith, I got to tell you, I'm glad I'm not the only one that gets frustrated when they watch ID Jester mispronounce when he mispronounces names. Oh my God. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, how do you not know?
I know, you just find yourself correcting him even though he can't hear you every single time.
I'm talking to myself.
I will admit, I'll give RJO credit for this. He will ask if he's not sure. He'll give a pronunciation, says, "Can somebody confirm this for me?"
A little bit wider.
He never asked how to pronounce Mark Gubazov, so that's not true.
No,
Gubatsa like beans. Gubatsa.
Is that his apparent?
But for me,
didn't he sell all of his sports games and then he rebought them?
He did.
Yes. Or at least he bought only the ones he really, really wanted. I think he might have sold them to get his war game collection going.
Hey, Anthony, Frank's had a question for you here.
I want to shift my son from wide receiver to safety. Any good drills to work on? Actually, they're very compatible positions, footwork drills, and for safety too.
Most of the pictures do have cards.
There's a 2-on-1 drill you can have him do.
So the main thing was
mostly there, Frank, is just footwork drills, breaks, and hip turns, stuff like that. Actually, if you email me, I can send you some drills for him that I teach my defensive backs.
There's 51 cards. There's 51 cards, and he is upset about it.
I mean, he's not wrong
what?
about how APA constructs the game. He's not wrong about it.
Oh, it's a strat. It's a strat right here.
APA does the same thing, though. APA, it's like you only need like the quarterback.
Replay game turned into rant about why Stratomatic is a big piece of crap. That's what he's doing. They send cards without cut lines. And I love this. Yes.
Normally I don't like that.
John TBM says, "How do you really feel?"
But to be honest, it saves you so much freaking time cutting out.
We can't really hear him, Rob.
Oh yeah, it saves you so much freaking time cutting cards. He hates that shit. If he's got to cut cards, he's like, if you're gonna make me cut cards, I want a perforation. And if there's not a perforation on it, don't charge me God knows how much money. Oh, he gets pissed, boys. I love watching that shit.
I can agree with him on that too, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
you
funny.
should send
He's
it
funny as
perfect.
hell. IDJ, if you're out there, bro, you're more than welcome to join us because I ain't lying. I have laughed at least 48 times at your shit, and I'll probably laugh another 48 times because it's some funny shit you got going on there. It is. Hell yeah.
Well, there at times
I'll tell you what,
I mean,
if he watches this
This is
chat, the next rant's going to be about us for picking on him for
Oh, hell, that'll be all right. That'll be all right. But that's the thing, though,
he
man.
can pick on us too if he wants.
90% of the time he's right, except he can't drive worth a fuck.
I mean, if you can pick on me for making shitty
man.
World Series picks, yeah,
He
I
just-
do. And I made shitty college picks this weekend. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It
But
ain't
we all
college.
drive better than he does. I mean, my goodness. So you see that guy driving
Well-
on the outside of him? He's like, he says, I wonder what caused me to wreck.
How
You
about
ran
the guy
into
pushing
another
me into
car.
the barrier?
You ran into another car, jabroni, and then you run into a wall. That's how you wreck. And that was funny as shit. And that's why we sat here and laughed about it. And then I asked him, I said something about, what are you driving with, a damn joystick? He said, oh, no, I've got a G29. And I said something about somebody needs to teach you how to drive. And he was like, I know how to drive. So we're
He's
going to
got
keep
pedals too, I think, because he was talking about.
Oh, he's got it all. He's got it all. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe he'll come in here. I hope so.
I mean, he does better than I would probably do. So
But I still gonna pick on him as long as he's running and showing it and he's wrecking. Oh, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna laugh. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you, Retro Sheet. Retro Sheet's nice enough to give me a roster for the postseason.
Oh, cool.
Except for the fact that I don't know if they have 25. That might be a problem.
Matt straightened me up real quick. I'm not UCF. I'm USF. Damn it.
I was also yelling at my screen watching that too. I'm like, yo, holy shit. Talking about me repping UCF. I had to text
well,
Rob.
we could, the rest of us could have just gone, well, what's the difference? You know?
What's the difference?
What's the
about
difference?
65 miles in a better enrollment. You know, we have. I think.
Keith went to Northern Illinois, and last week he was the only one to take Northern Illinois. Who the hell did they play?
Kent State.
Kent State.
Yeah.
And he said,
The Flames.
I went to Northern Illinois. I'm taking Northern Illinois. The rest of us was a line of us that took Kent State. 41-23, Northern Illinois kicked their asses. There was a lot of upsets last week.
There
It
you
really
go.
was.
So, what do you think of the Miami hire, Matt?
I just didn't like the way they did it.
A lot of people, said, "Oh, that's a nostalgia hire," but you don't give a guy 10 years and $8 million for nostalgia. I think Cristobal's
80 million.
That's what I read.
Ooh.
So I mean,
Hadn't heard that.
You don't give a guy that much money for nostalgia, as much as you may like him. He's cut his teeth recruiting. He's a really good recruiter. I think it's important to have someone that has played at the U or has been a part of that culture when they were the U. It doesn't mean they're back, but I think it's a good hire. And this is a mercenary business. Every coach is a hired gun. I don't really care about loyalty. I don't, because the university isn't going to be loyal to the coach if they're stinking it up after 3 years into a 7-year deal. So,
well, you can tell by how crappy they were to Diaz in that situation.
I mean,
we'll
they
keep you if he doesn't take the job.
Yeah, if he does, we'll keep you if he doesn't take the job. Like, oh, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Ain't that a hell of a note, folks? Be sitting at your desk. Be sitting at your desk.
You only have to put one foot outside the door right now. You don't have to put both.
Don't clean out the office yet, Manny. Just wait.
Just
get some boxes ready
over a Zoom call, like 900
We'll
employees did for
turn your
one company.
nameplate over so
recently that I saw
nobody
on the
can read
news.
it right now.
Temporarily, yeah. Manny's on his he's on his lunch break, calling his wife. Would you like to come and have a sandwich with me?
I'm about to be
What are you doing to my desk? We were told to put your nameplate downward.
Yeah, he's like that guy on Office Space, Milton. Take a stapler.
While all this is going on, they're asking him, "Hey, do you mind recruiting still? Though, can you still go on some recruiting trips?"
Yeah, when are you going to come in on Saturday?
While he's on the phone with his wife asking if she wants to come down and eat lunch with him, they're pulling the nameplate down. Oh, yes, Mr. Diaz. Please check your email. I understand you have an offer in there, and it's good for just only 15 minutes. You open your email, and it says something about, you are more than welcome to join the party. The party is for you. But if the party ends up not being for you, you are screwed, and you hereby get to go home.
You're invited
No,
to the party where we announce the new coach.
And it's Vince McMahon saying, "AR fired."
Yeah.
That's not bad, Tim.
Can you imagine that? But if everything works out for us, we're going to give you a microphone, and we're going to let you recognize the new coach who walks in the door.
Tim, I guess they could have sent Donald Trump in there to tell him.
No. It's got to be Vince McMahon. You want pizzazz.
Oh, my Lord. You know, imagine. I mean, that's just ticky-tack as you can do shit in this world. I have never known anybody to be like, okay, well, your job is safe, but hang tight. We'll be back. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Give them a list of phone numbers. Here's a list of phone numbers. What's this?
Every hour.
Schools, just see if they got any openings.
If your key card works tomorrow, you're still employed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Come back to the school the next day. And Cristobal will be sitting in the AD's office, and he comes walking in. Hi guys. We need a coordinator, but I don't think it's you. Okay, bye.
I was a little shocked at the Oregon AD saying he was unhappy that he didn't get a courtesy call. Like, who in this entire carousel this offseason got a courtesy call that they're getting poached?
Hold on. Now, what about the Nevada coach who went to Colorado State?
They doubled his salary.
Is that a move up, or is that a lateral move?
They doubled his salary. It doesn't matter what kind of move.
Oh, okay. That's okay. We were wondering why. Me and Tim was wondering why. So what did he go from like $1.5 million to like $3 million?
I'm not sure what the number is, but the report I read it was doubled. So makes sense. That's why he left.
Tim, that's why you take a lateral move in this world. Trust me. Some laterals don't.
What does Nevada Reno pay their coaches?
Seriously, think about it.
He probably wasn't even making $1.5 million. He was probably making like $750,000.
Colorado State probably matched his salary and threw in a couple.
Speaking of which, was that pass a lateral for Baylor against Oklahoma State?
What was this now?
That first incomplete pass or first bad pass that the quarterback for Baylor
made. Oh, yeah.
Did you think that was a lateral, or did you think that was a forward pass?
I think it was a forward pass by about 6 inches.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was close.
That was so close. It was like the Music City Miracle. If not even.
Did you see it, Matt?
No, I was out on the water. I didn't get home till the beginning of the Alabama-Georgia game.
All I can say is, did you watch it, Tim?
No.
All I can say is this: he must have got Rob disease, and I'll tell you why. I was talking to and I'll tell you what Rob disease is. This: I'm talking to Keith about how great this damn quarterback is doing. He is doing wonderful. He's doing outstanding. Before I finish typing the next thing, he's about getting sacked, and he throws them all sideways there. It looked like damn.
I was probably in the middle of typing, this is the next Mac Jones, and he's like, delete.
Nothing's stopping this guy.
This son of a bitch may go 30 for 30 today. So at the time, he's 14 for 14. So anyway, he throws it, and for whatever reason, was it a penalty on the play or some shit because they didn't count it. Because I was wondering after that.
Well, they said it was a forward pass, didn't they?
But they didn't count. They didn't count it as an incomplete pass because after that, they said this is his first incompletion today.
Were there offsetting penalties on that one or something? I don't remember that part of it.
I don't remember that part either. But yeah, it was close, man. I mean, it was really close, and I was like, "Oh, you dumbass!" I'm like, "Yeah, you throwing it? That's a freshman move." But he really, he's got a good arm motion and everything. I liked it. I enjoyed watching him throw the football.
Anyway, Rob, you can get Matt's picks for this week. I'm gonna sign off.
Yeah. All right, man. Have a good one, Keith.
Either tomorrow or Thursday or something.
All right, Matt.
So good evening.
Let's start with Army-Navy game. Army-Navy, 7.5 points is what Army's favored by. And what we're wanting is whoever you pick and a score if you can give us one. Army and Navy, Army 7.5 point favorites.
I'll take Army, and I will go. Offense isn't that bad for Army. I don't know. I'll go 31-20.
31-20. All right. No college picks this week. Thursday night, Steelers at the Vikings. Vikings 3-point favorites.
Take the Vikings.
Vikings 44.5.
Under.
Saints 5.5 point favorites at the Jets.
Take the Saints.
43.5.
Under.
Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers 3-point favorites.
The Falcons.
42.5.
Over.
Seahawks 7.5 point favorites at the Texans.
Seahawks.
42.
Oh, under.
Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs 9.5.
Chiefs.
48.5.
Over.
Ravens at the Browns. Browns 2.5.
I'm going to go with the Ravens right now.
42.5.
Under.
Cowboys 4-point favorites at Washington.
Cowboys.
48.5.
Under.
Jags going to the Titans. Titans 9-point favorites.
I guess it depends on the injuries the Titans have. I'm just gonna go with the Jags.
44.
Go under.
Giants at the Chargers. Chargers 10.5 point favorites.
Chargers.
44.5.
Over.
Lions at the Broncos. Broncos 8-point favorites.
Go Lions.
Yeah,
we were all that quick too.
Every one of us is like, who's smoking crack this week on this damn line? 8 points. We were like, shit. I'd have been if this had been a pick'em game, I believe I'd almost went with the Lions. Close anyway. But 8 points you giving me? Hell yeah. 42.
Over.
All right. Yeah, we all laughed about that shit. I just had finished telling Anthony a little while ago. He's like, what the hell kind of line is this? But everybody's been like, no shit.
I'm going to go on DraftKings after this, and if it's not there, I'm taking a line.
And go out there and put about $100 on that damn thing.
Well, it must be that a lot of people are putting money on Denver.
Yeah. 49ers, Bengals. Bengals -1. Oh, so it's pretty much a pick'em game.
I'll take the Bengals.
47.5.
Go over.
Bills at the Buccaneers. Bucks 3-point favorites.
You know I'm going Bucks.
We all did too. 52.5.
I'm going to go over.
Bears, Sunday night football now. Bears at the Packers. Packers 12.5-point favorites.
I'll go Packers.
44.
Over.
All right. Rams and Cardinals, Monday night football. Cardinals 3-point favorites.
I'm going with Arizona.
52.
I'm going to go under.
Under the total. Okay. All righty. This past week, let's see.
Actually, this past week, I watched one of the videos. You had something must have happened because I picked the Dolphins in the under because I didn't think any offense was really going to happen. But you had me at Dolphins and over. Not that it matters. I'm just saying.
Okay. Did you say under? Oh,
yeah. I said under all day because that I didn't think the Giants were going to do anything with Glennon at quarterback, and the Dolphins are playing way better, but they're playing better defense. So I figured it was going to be like a low-scoring game.
All right. Let's see. Pros this week. Keith went 6-8. John Wise went 6-8. Matt, you went 7-6. Tim and Harris went 7-7 because you won't hear before Thursday.
Yeah.
Mike went 7-7. Anthony went 10-3, and I went 10-4. My over and under sucked though.
How'd we do on those?
Let's see. I didn't get everybody's over and under. Let's see. Everybody can kind of keep. Let's see. Anthony went under, so he's 1-0. Anthony went under 1-1. He went over. He's 1-2. He went over. He's 1-3. He went.
You can stop there. I'm not doing parlays.
We're getting to see how the sausage is made.
Oh,
College championship games. Tim went 2-8. I went 4-6. Mike, Harris, Keith, 5-5.
All right.
And that we was we must have got together with you guys. I don't know later after the picks. We might have got
It was
with
Saturday night.
Saturday. I bet that's what it was. Yep.
Because it was me, you, Keith, and Harris.
Okay. Yeah. And Harris is sick this week. So Harris is sick tonight. He's been out. We were talking about Garoppolo. Can Garoppolo can any team, will any team give a first round pick for him, Matt, at the end of this year?
I don't think so.
We don't think so either. There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, but I'm not sure Garoppolo's the answer, man. He just like Anthony, he stays hurt.
He'd be like a Ryan Tannehill. If you know where he could go as a stopgap is Pittsburgh. They got a good young running back.
Yeah.
He needs to go to a place where he doesn't have to win you the game. I mean, not that he can't win a game, but he doesn't have to have the pressure of winning every week.
New Orleans.
The problem is the going rate now for quarterbacks is so expensive. I don't want a guy that can't win me the game every week and have to still pay him $27 to $30 million a year.
Yeah, New Orleans would go for it. I don't know.
That'd be a decent fit.
If if he could play well anywhere, I mean, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
He's
now
what he's done so far this year with what he's had to
Bears.
work with.
I think the Bears go fire Nagy. I think it's a done deal. I think they're going to fire him, whether it's between now and the beginning of next year. But do you dare bench that kid next year after letting them? I mean, somebody's already tripped over their dick, excuse my French, letting him start this year. I don't think he should have started this year. But can you backtrack now and say, okay, kid, you're going to have to watch a year now, and we're going to bring somebody in here. Matt, what do you think? Can you do that to him now?
No, you can't.
Anthony?
No, he's a starter next year. And I like after 12 F-bombs, you apologize for saying tripped on your dick.
Yeah. Yeah, it just depends on what I said.
Now, Rob, didn't I tell you though? couple weeks ago. Didn't I tell you? I said the same exact thing about Georgia. I said Georgia always finds a way to trip over their own dick,
Yeah.
and they did it this past
they
weekend.
did.
Yep, you're right. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Now, it opened at 14. What will it be come New Year's Day? Alabama, Cincinnati. I'm saying 18. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody lets me have 18, if somebody says 18 points to me, I'm going to Alabama all damn day. I don't think Cincinnati can stay within 3 touchdowns. Who in here thinks Cincinnati can play Alabama closer than 18 points?
It's a 1-game deal. I mean, if I'm a bettor, I don't want to lay money down on either end, but I'm willing to bet people will take those points, and you'll see that line go up because people are going to put money down for those points, and they're going to try and get it up to where they can get more money on Alabama.
And, one thing with Cincinnati, they do have a P5 level defense, but I don't see their offense creating a lot of havoc against Alabama.
No. Is their offense as good as Georgia's?
No.
I don't think so either.
It's just that amount of points scares me. As a bettor, I wouldn't want to put money down.
If you were going to bet, Anthony, and you had to lay 18, which way would you go at start this game? I'd lay 18. I'd lay 18. I wouldn't feel bad at all about it because I feel like Alabama scored 21 in their sleep. What do you think?
They could, but that might be one game where I would take the dog only because you have extra time to prepare. Fickle is a good defensive coach. He's really good. So,
but do they have a personnel? I don't care if you take 3 months though.
On defense, they do. On offense,
you think they can cover those receivers? You think they can do it?
Well,
I think they can get enough pressure to disrupt.
Who's out?
Mechie's out.
Yeah, but
so now you got an
injury.
You can put Sauce Gardner on Williams. Just have him shadow him.
Yeah. I still say that quarterback throws over 300 yards and then run for it too.
I wouldn't want to touch that game, but I would be tempted to take the dog on that.
Okay, how about you, Tim? If you go bet on it, you would take
at 18.
Yeah,
I would probably put money on the underdog, probably on Cincinnati.
How about Michael?
I would take Cincinnati. I think the line's only going to go up to 15. If 15 and a hook, that's about it. It's not going to go that high.
You don't think it will go there? I think it will. Now,
18 points, that's too many.
Now the other game has Georgia favored by 7.5. That scares me a lot more than the other way does because
I would take the points there. I would go Michigan.
I think Michigan can outright beat them. I really do. I think Michigan can outright beat them. Michigan runs the football. Now, the problem Michigan has Michigan has Buffalo Bill syndrome. Buffalo Bills can only throw the football. Michigan can only run the football. They're not going to beat you over the top. And that's the one thing that scares me there. Georgia's defense is mean. So I would be scared to bet this game, but if I were gonna bet it, I would take Michigan and 7.5. Tim?
You're talking Michigan's Georgia?
Yes.
Michigan 7.5 point dogs.
Yes.
I'd say that's about right, actually, because if Hutchinson and the other guy can get a rush going, then at least they have a chance. My issue is that Georgia will probably put 8 in the box and dare Michigan to throw. That's my only.
That's what I think could happen.
Yeah, but I think we're underestimating the Michigan defense against Stetson Bennett, and I think that's going to be an equalizer for Michigan in their favor.
Really?
I think Ajabo and Hutchinson coming off the edge.
Yeah.
I don't understand Kirby Smart thinking Stetson Bennett, he can win a championship with him. He can't. I don't think he can. I mean, you saw what Alabama did to him.
Yeah. And
Michigan is not at Alabama's level.
Alabama doesn't have a defensive front I don't think that Michigan has.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, I think Michigan can create problems, and I think that's where the equalization comes in. So, you could say, well, Georgia will negate, Michigan's offense, but Michigan's defense can also, their pass rush can negate Stetson Bennett and that Georgia offense.
Probably the safest bet of all would probably go under whatever the total is. Probably be a low-scoring game. Anthony, any chance that you would take an underdog in this game?
Yeah, for sure. First of all, can you guys hear noise in the background?
We hear somebody singing or talking, but
this is kind of like a drum or something.
Yeah, well, let me move to another room. I just have to plug in my laptop because it was dying. I think that's a dangerous line. So I would take that for sure.
So you would take it 7.5 and take Michigan.
Absolutely.
Michael.
I said again, the line seems to be about right. So I probably would go with the underdog as well. I think it's going to be too close to call.
Does anybody in the room here right now think that outright Cincinnati can beat Alabama?
No.
Outright?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I was trying to find the Ohio State-Alabama line from 2014.
Which one was that?
That was the first ever
Ohio State
second playoff game because Oregon over Florida State was the first one.
Uh-huh.
So technically it was the second semifinal in New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
Where Ohio State won 42-35. I think they were at least a double-digit dog. And nobody gave them a shot.
Ohio State.
Right, in 2014. Actually, it was 7.5, so Alabama was favored.
Oh, okay. It's a little different, though, in the fact that, since Cincinnati.
Right. So can Cincinnati win? Of course, anybody can win. But will they?
If they played 100 times.
I'd say Alabama would probably win like
99
of them. I'd say 62, probably 62, 65.
Out of 100?
Let's see what see if ESPN has like their power index.
Boy, wow! Now you really got a conversation going here, Matt.
I think you have to look at how deep Cincinnati runs. That's the difference between two Power 5 schools and a Power 5 and a Group of 5.
Also, they have a cornerback, the smoke guy.
Yeah.
And he only has to worry about one receiver. Or they only have to worry about one receiver.
Matt, if they were going to play 100 times, how many times would Alabama beat them?
I don't think it's 99, but I think it's in the 90% range. I think it's 90 plus. I mean, I wouldn't say they'd win 99 out of 100, but
I would say 92.
92. I'm gonna say 99. I just don't think his team. I think they would. I think they would pull off one lucky win. That's it. Michael.
95.
95. Okay.
95.
Now I don't think we're going to go say these kind of numbers this time. If Georgia played Michigan 100 times, how many times do you think Georgia would win, Matt?
I don't know. That one's more closer to even than I don't know, 50. I would say 50-50, I guess. I mean, I still think it's going to be a close game. I just think the way Michigan's playing, they're going to win.
So you think Michigan's going to outright win this game?
Oh, I think Michigan's going to win the game, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you see Alabama, Michigan in the national title game.
Anthony, do you think Michigan outright wins this game?
I don't. I think it's close. I think Harbaugh just seems to find a way. This has been a dream season for them. So you know something big and bad is coming. Right. But if they played 100 times, I think it would probably be Georgia wins 58-60 of them.
All right. Tim, first off, who do you think is going to win the game? Just outright win.
He doesn't want to say Michigan.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. I mean, well, okay, so Georgia can only not beat Alabama, right?
Do what?
It seems like the only team that Georgia can't beat is Alabama, right?
Right.
So, wow. You have to look at like what's the Georgia run defense, because they're getting at least 35 carries.
Georgia's run defense is top 15 in the country.
Ooh, so
Got that mid front.
way better than Ohio State.
Oh yeah, they're better. They're better than Alabama. They're better than Alabama.
But Alabama undressed them big time.
Yeah, but their run defense is better than Alabama's run defense.
I think Georgia will win that game. I think.
Okay. Now, if they were playing 100 times,
yeah, I kind of like the 60, maybe the 62 to 65%.
Okay.
Like a little higher than I think.
Yeah. Michael, who wins outright?
Who wins outright? I think Jim's going to find a way to win. He might win on a trick play or something. He'll take chances. I probably think Michigan will win in a close one.
And then if they play 100 times.
I agree with Matt, 50-50.
Oh, okay.
They both play in tough conferences, so
yeah,
they both have to play tough opponents during the season.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to the end of it, it's just they're both in two good conferences. 50-50.
All right. I'm of this feeling. I think neither quarterback can carry these teams. I don't think if you count on the quarterback to win a game for you, you're in a lot of trouble. Run defense, I like both of them. Pass defense, I like Michigan's better than Georgia's. But overall, I just think Georgia has the best defense in the country. They got sliced and diced by Alabama. Alabama is not Michigan. Michigan does not have that good offense. They don't have that good a quarterback. They don't have that good of receivers, and I don't think they have a good offensive line. We're going to find out.
You don't think Michigan doesn't have a good offensive line?
I don't think they have as good an offensive line as Alabama has. No.
All right.
And I'll tell you why we'll find out. We're going to find out when they throw the football, because they're not going to run the football 50 times and beat this Georgia team. I don't think they can do it. They're going to have to throw minimum 25 times. Minimum 25 times.
I can see that.
And if they don't, and if they're not successful at least 15 or 18 of those times, they're going to have hard times. Look,
it's going to come down to what they do on first down, though. If they get ahead of the sticks to where they can play action, I think they will have some success throwing the ball, but not in passing situations.
No, and the thing is, I think this is a game that. See, the only reason I think 7.5 is a little high, because I don't think neither team is going to score 20 points in this game. I really don't. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think field goals are a premium here. I will say more field goals get scored than touchdowns in this game. I really believe that, because both of these teams can put the halts on everybody real quick. Harbaugh proved in the Big Ten championship we're not scared to blitz. Even Wilson's 6 after you, and that quarterback, the quarterback for the Georgia is not a brain surgeon. I'm sorry, he's just not. I'm with Matt on that one. That kid is not going to carry you very far.
No, he's the weak link of their offense.
He is. But if you want to look at the weak link for Michigan, it's the same thing. Their quarterback's not going to go out here and going to win a challenge in the brains either. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I don't think he's as physical. Neither one is physically gifted anyway. But I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I really do. If it went to halftime 6-3, wouldn't surprise me at all. 3-0, it wouldn't surprise me at all. That's why it would scare me to take the 7.5. I mean, to give the 7.5 points. They could win they could play within 7.5. But I just think when you got those two good of defenses playing a lot of times, I think probably Michigan would win 35, 40% of the time. And I think probably Georgia would win 60, 65% of the time. I just think they're a better team.
Rob, what did you think the total would be for that game? What's your total for that game?
Like if I were going to give a total out right now
Yeah.
for the game, oh my Lord, let's say over under.
Well, no. What do you think the final score? What do you think the final score is?
If I were going to give a over under, I'll say 37.
Okay, I will let you know that I got the list of all the playoff games. There ain't been too many that have gone below 40.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you guys: if you were going to, I would say, if I were going to bet the score, I would probably say, I don't know, 20. I don't even think they're going to score that much though. I don't even think 37. I'd go under. 20-9. 18-9, 19-9, something like that. I really think it's going to be maybe 19-12. But I mean, let's say we're just going to go 40 points. Bleacher Bums, over under.
40?
Yeah.
I'd probably go under.
Matt?
I would go under too. I was going to say 39.5 for the over under for me. So
40. Okay, Tim? If I gave you just straight 40 right at the beginning of the game, you got to go over under on it. I just don't know where the points get scored, guys.
Yeah, I mean, unless why not go under? I guess.
How about you, Mike?
I've not watched enough Georgia.
I go over.
You'd go over.
I would go over. It's a national.
All right,
game.
all right. How about this, Mike? 45.
See, I would say something that would be something like 28-17. So yeah, that would be
28.
Guys, I think I'm gonna head out.
All right, Tim. Have a good one, friend.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Yeah. I just don't know if either team can score 4 touchdowns on the other team or not. I just don't know.
How much time do you have to prepare for this game? You've got about 3-4 weeks to prepare for this game.
And the defense can prepare just as much as the offense, though. In fact, I like defenses better when they have this much time to prepare. Do you, Anthony, if you're a coach, do you feel like the better defense or better offense shines when you have a month to prepare? I mean, in this situation, if they were playing in the middle of the season, I might not would like it as much. But them getting a month like this, I even think it might be even harder. How about you, Anthony?
I actually go the opposite because as a coach, if I have extra time to prepare offensively, I'm going to be in a better position because you can add in wrinkles. It's most defenses play the same base scheme and they'll add wrinkles to coverage looks and blitzes. Offense is a little bit different. You'll throw in your trick plays, you make adjustments to your blocking schemes, and it's harder to get the timing down on them. So I'm just the opposite. I'd rather have more time to prepare if I'm an OC versus a DC.
Okay. The other game we were talking about the Alabama and Cincinnati. Do you guys think the line will go lower? Any chance the line goes down from 14?
I don't think so.
Where people are going to be betting Cincinnati so high, so heavy at 14 that it's going to go 13, 12, 11 or something like that. Does anybody believe that?
I still say no.
No, I don't think.
I only think it's going to go to
14. The majority of the betting is going to go toward Alabama. You guys with me on that one?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yes.
I think the line continues to go up.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's just based on some of the struggles Cincinnati had late, like their game with I mean, they should have lost the Tulsa game. Let's be honest.
Right. You're right.
Well, and-
I think that will drive the line up a little bit.
And you have to remember, even if you go ones for ones, it doesn't matter, we're only one deep at this position, or they only have one good guy in their starting unit. Fact is Alabama can go 3 deep at a position. You can only go 1. So you can keep it close. And then come the second half, you're gassed. You're tired.
Toast. You're toast. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Alabama has 5 running backs that they can just bring one in after the other. Just like, the only thing they don't have is quarterback.
That's where Alabama will pull away, is in the second half if they don't do it in the first.
And I agree. I think it's only a matter of time before they do pull away. I'd go as high as 18, and I'd be like, I'll do that, because I just think I don't know. I just Cincinnati. Are they going to score any more points? And that's the way to look at it. Is Cincinnati going to score as many points against Alabama as Michigan will score against Georgia? I've already said I think Georgia can hold, Michigan. And Michigan's offense, I think, is better than. If they played each other today, I know a lot more people would like Cincinnati, but I would like Michigan big time in that game, because they can run a football, and I just don't think Cincinnati has the horses in the front 7 to be able to stop those guys. I really don't. I actually think of all 3 teams, Cincinnati would have the best shot against Georgia, only because I just think Michigan could run the ball up and down the throat. The 2 offenses. But I just don't think they can against Georgia's defense. That's the problem.
Cincinnati offensively is a lot more balanced than Michigan is. They're a lot more balanced than Georgia is too. Honestly.
Yeah.
Again, you have to, like Matt said, it comes down to depth. At this level, when a G5 team does what they did, their ones are on par to most P5 teams. But it's what happens after that. They don't go too.
And you're going to have some injuries during that 60 minutes too. You're going to have a couple of guys that's going to get hurt or whatever. And it can happen to them and them get by with it. They just can't afford it. And then if they play each other again, if Georgia does play out, Matt says Michigan and Alabama. Do you think Michigan beats Alabama, Matt?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think even if I'm wrong with Georgia, Michigan.
I
don't think Alabama loses in the playoff. I think they win another national championship.
Doesn't matter who they play.
That's right. Saban already cleaned their clock once, and not that Kirby Smart's not a good coach. He's a great recruiter too. He's a ferocious recruiter.
But can he turn around the ass whooping they got into?
I don't think so. I think it's in their head. Honestly, I think it's in their head.
Right. It's kind of like a Utah-Oregon thing.
Yeah, like they're waiting. They're waiting for something bad to happen. This has been Georgia's, bugaboo since they blew a 2-touchdown lead against Alabama years ago. Yeah. I thought they'd overcome it honestly this year, and then they got ripped apart. I just don't see it. I don't see him doing it.
Bleacher Moms a few weeks ago said something about Utah is a good team and they're going to beat this Oregon team. He picked them, and the rest of us went with Oregon, and we didn't know what. And then the next thing that was 48-7, some bullshit like. They
kicked their ass. They kicked their ass both times.
Well, that's the thing. But let's say after the first time it was 48-7, and I was like this. Had it been 48-38, you can turn that around. But when you get beat by 41 points, bruh, how much is that is heart, and how much is that is just you just got your ass beat and handed.
Yeah, it's not just the score; it's how it happened.
Exactly.
Physically dominated on both sides of the line, and that's the toughest thing to overcome is when you get beat up front.
Yep. And I'm with Matt now. Had this been a close game this past weekend, I'd have been like, oh, boy, man, when they do play again, what can I don't understand. I don't even know what Georgia could do to try to slow down that team. I don't know. I mean, what the hell do you do? Do you double team their receiver, keep 8 in the box, and be like have somebody shadowing Bryce Young? I don't know, but they're going to have to try something different because if they run the same defenses that they did last time, they blitz some. But if they do the same way they did last time, they're going to get their asses handed to them again. You agree?
Oh, yeah. You've got to disguise your coverages and mix up you got to mix in some blitzes. If you play straight up, so it's, again, I mean, Matt said it the best. They're in their head, I think, and it's tough to overcome that mental aspect of the game.
Sports Time Machine Mike says, open wide, Ohio State. Here comes the Utah running game.
Oh, shit, that ain't happening, bro. Come on.
Are they playing each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl.
Oh, so you don't think Utah can beat Ohio State?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, you see now I think they do.
Do you?
They fed Oregon their lunch, and Oregon fed Ohio State their damn lunch to them.
Ohio State ain't that same team that Oregon.
They were a different team.
And see, I like Utah. Mike says I know. I'm with you, Mike. I think it's double digits. I do. Who the hell? Who's favored? Mike, look that up if you will. Look and tell us who's favored in that.
So I'm looking forward to Ole Miss and Baylor in the Sugar Bowl.
Ohio State cannot be favored in that game. There's no way they can be favored.
They've got to be. I think they're a 3 to 4 point favorite.
I don't think so. I think Utah's 2-3 point favorite. Look, see who's favored, Mike, if you will. Maybe Ohio State.
You know what? If Utah, you said Utah beats them by double digits. If they do, the next time we go live after that, I will come on the show bare chested with a big red U painted on my chest.
Somebody find out who's favoring that game. Mike can find out. He's got it right there. I'm sure I can find out right here.
He lives 10 minutes from the university. Yeah, you can drive up there and check.
Utah versus Ohio State line. 6.5 points.
Who?
I'm not sure who's favored.
It's not Utah by 6.
No, it's Ohio State. I take Ohio State in 6.5. Somebody give them to me. How about you? Now, would you give up 6.5?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think it happens.
Part of that is just being a BYU guy. I fucking hate Utah, but
I can't stand Ohio State.
I think Ohio State can cover that.
Who's Michigan State got? Who are they playing? They've got a good game going too. Who's Michigan State? Ole Miss?
No, Baylor's playing Ole Miss.
Yeah,
Michigan State's playing Pitt.
That'd be a good game.
Aren't they playing Pitt?
It might be Pitt versus Michigan State line.
Hey, and Mike, while you're in the chat, do you think Whittingham steps down after this season?
Would you ask Mike
if he thinks there's rumors Kyle Whittingham might step down at Utah after this year, and I think that was more like based on what was happening early in the season. I think.
All right, don't look, guys. Bleacher bums. Michigan State Pitt. Throw me a line out there. Who you think? Who's favored and by how much?
Pitt by 3.5.
Matt.
I would say Pitt. I don't know. I would say it got to be a close line. I don't know, like 2.5 points.
One of you exactly right. Pitt 3.5 point favorites. I'd take Michigan State in that game all day. I really would. I like Michigan State in that one. I've always been anti-Witt. He has a younger team than I think he wants to come back. Oh.
And Keith, you make a great point. I don't want to give Ken any fodder, so maybe I won't do that.
Oh. Free Apple night on the channel, folks. Free Apple night on the channel. Oh God. We are so wrong. Is Ken on tonight? No.
He was earlier.
Oh, was he? Maybe he's on his way to
Canada.
Canada for the weekend bonanza.
The bunkhouse.
The rubber boots night. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
I'm bunking with Ken.
I'm bunk. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Wear a
Already
hat.
at the Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
We just sleep in the same bed. It keeps us warm.
Wear a hat and have a little dildo hanging on it and have it bouncing up and down there when he's riding his bike, test bike. Oh my God. Didn't you imagine? Oh boy.
Playing the Angry Inch.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Oh geez. Let's see who else. Let's see. We already know that let's see who else real good made a good bowl or we're gonna make a real good bowl appearance. Who'd you say? Ole Miss and Baylor?
Yeah.
Good game.
Wow, that's gonna be a good game.
I'm an SEC honk, so I Ole Miss is going to win that.
Ole Miss favored by 3. I mean, let's see. Ole Miss versus Baylor line. Matt?
I'm going to say Ole Miss favored by 4.5.
4.5. Anthony?
Ole Miss by 2.
Wow, he's almost got it again. 1.5. It's a 1.5 is all it is. That's going to be a hell of a game.
It's a good matchup.
It's a good game. It's going to be a good game, yeah. So, I think being that this year, it fell in their lap. It couldn't have fell in their lap any better. Everybody wanted it. They were hoping it would win and all. Notre Dame didn't get to pull any strings to get pushed up into number 4. And had they done it and Cincinnati fallen out, I think a lot of people would be pissed right now. Ultra pissed. I mean, if Cincinnati loses by 40 points, they had their try. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, they earned their right to get their ass kicked.
They earned it for sure.
Yeah, they earned the right to get their ass kicked. Yeah. That's the way I look at it, though. That's the way to do.
And if Notre Dame had made it, we might have never got to see Kelly with a Southern accent. So there's a bonus
that's
there.
right.
God.
Yeah.
That was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
My family.
Yeah, I mean, it was so bad. And, how patronizing do you have to be to a fan base to think they're that dumb?
Yeah.
But that's how he is. He's such a douche.
And that's the thing, though, man. He walked in down there, hadn't been down there 2 days. It's already that way. And he's already got LSU fans against his ass. And he's got a 10-year contract. Anybody that thinks that 10 years from now, Brian Kelly's going to be in LSU, you're out of your damn mind. There's no way in hell.
Well,
you think so?
No. So here's my thing with the hire that's so weird and so out of left field. And to me, it was a panic hire. A 60-year-old Brian Kelly is going to go into the deep South and sit at the table or in the homes of these young players and convince them and their family that he can relate to them. And he's going to put on a fake Southern accent in his first public appearance. That guy has already lost credibility. There's no way he's there in 10 years. And I don't think he's going to be that great of a recruiter because of that bullshit.
Yeah. It made no sense. It really did.
Well, look at this, Rob. See, my sister in England sent me a message earlier. So after reading it, I think I'm going to start talking like this because I just feel in the moment,
Just feeling it.
Now, is she from
this for the rest of my life?
You're region fluid.
Now, is she from England?
I was born there, yeah.
Now, how long has she been living there?
My mom and dad got divorced, and my dad remarried, and so she's been there her whole life.
Oh, okay. So, how did you say now? What did she send to you?
Just a message on the phone. I'm just
oh,
fucking with Brian Kelly.
Okay. So, yeah, it's outrageous, man. It's outrageous. Some of these coaches that ended up just picking up leaving. USC is going to regret that. I think they're going to regret that hiring Lincoln Riley. I don't know. Lincoln Riley to me could be one that's, especially.
I think he'll do some stuff down there. I don't like all the money they threw at him, but he fits that. He fits that Southern Cal lifestyle. He's going to relate there a lot better than Kelly will in the Deep South.
Yeah,
a lot.
And how about Cristobal in Miami? Can he go turn that program around to the point that Miami can? There should be a lot to win the ACC. Can he get them back in the top 10 continuously?
The ACC outside of Clemson is not consistently tough. So
I understand that. But then I said, can he get them back in the top 10 consistently?
I think he can. Honestly, this was the best hire they could make. This guy is a tenacious recruiter, and he's going to. It's not going to happen overnight. People have to understand it's not going to happen overnight. It's not.
Okay.
But he will get back to the Howard Schnellenberger State of Miami recruiting principles. They're going to keep those kids at home. It's going to be a hell of a lot harder to go down south into South Florida and get those kids.
With the way Florida and Florida State ended their seasons, it makes it easier for him too.
If 5 years from now they've got 14 teams in the playoffs, two that 1 and 2 gets buys and all, and then the others is 14. Is Miami going to be one of those 14 teams 5 years from now, Matt?
They could be. I'm never going to say never. I'm never going to discount anything like that. But I think he was the right hire, and I think they'll give him. I think they're going to give him time because their AD has a relationship with him, and they know that they can't keep flipping coaches. So yes, I think he can do it. Will it happen? I don't know. In 5 years.
All right, 5 years from now, which one of the 3 major Florida schools is going to be the best?
Well, Florida.
Oh, you think Florida?
Yeah.
Anthony.
I think it'll be out of Florida and Miami.
It'll be Florida.
Won't be Florida State.
I'm gonna go Florida State. I'm gonna go Florida. I like the way I like the way they stuck with a coach. Even they gave him a chance, and he actually came through this year. They played okay. They didn't play terrible. They played okay. They're good. Look, anybody that thinks Miami's going to go out and win 10 games next year is out of their damn mind. I don't care who they got coaching. Anybody that thinks Miami's going to go out next year and win 10 games, they're out of their damn mind.
I don't think anyone's saying that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think Florida State's further along with their program. I think their coach now is ready to move up to the next level. Now, what that means, I don't know. Whether in a year or two, I think within 2 or 3 years, Florida State can win their division in the ACC. I really do. I really believe
any major university in Florida is going to have that opportunity.
Yeah.
It really comes down to, honestly, it comes down to a lot of how ferocious and tenacious of a recruiter you are. You have to do it. You have to live it. And that's how Kirby Smart turned Georgia around.
And
that guy doesn't sleep.
You can't keep switching coaches every 3 years.
Yeah.
You can't keep churning them around. One, two, three.
You have to have the right coach. If you don't have the right coach, it's stupid to say, well, it just looks bad if we change coaches.
Yeah.
But if you give the guy time and you say, listen, we know we're going to see results, maybe not results the fans want to see, but we see a change in the culture, a shift in the recruiting, then you give them time. In the state of Florida, as long as you have the right guy, you can win anywhere. You saw it with USF, nearly 15 years ago. We've seen it at UCF. The state of Florida is so talent rich. There's plenty of teams that can make a case for being, 10-game winner, conference champion in the next couple of years.
I'm going to give you their schedule next year, Rob. This is Miami's schedule. So right. Southern Miss, win?
Could be.
Could be. Come on. Texas A&M, that's probably a loss.
Probably.
Middle Tennessee, that's a win.
Should be.
Rob.
Should be.
Clemson.
Probably a loss.
Okay, so that's
That'd
2.
be 2-2.
Georgia Tech should be a win.
Probably so, yes. So it should be 3-2.
Duke will be a win.
All right.
Florida State.
They could lose to them. Did they lose to them this year?
I'm going to say that's a win.
All right. So you're saying that's 5-2 already.
North Carolina.
Carolina's got that quarterback coming back, right?
Yeah.
Howell. I'll say it's a loss. I'll say it's a loss. That's
Pitt.
5-3. Huh?
Pitt.
Pitt, I have a new quarterback. They'll have a new quarterback. I like their coach, though. That'll be a good game. Where are they playing at?
That's going to be at Miami.
That helps Miami.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one.
Virginia, that'll be a win.
It should be, yeah.
And Virginia Tech, I think, will be a win. And then Bethune-Cookman is a definite win.
Yeah. So
that could be 9-3, 10-2.
It could be. It could be. But the thing is, go back and look at this year. Run off what they just did this year. I mean, would they win 7 games? 6. They won 7 games this year.
Yeah.
Right? Or they will go 6-6.
So they're 7-5.
7. I thought they went 7-5 and they fired a coach.
Yeah.
What's up, numbers?
Yeah, but some of that was, one, getting Cristobal, and 2, some of the losses they had shouldn't have been losses.
Oh yeah.
So they got smoked by Alabama, which is expected. They barely beat Appalachian State, which is not good.
No.
Got smoked by Michigan State.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Beat Central Connecticut massively.
Well, you should.
Lost back-to-back to Virginia and North Carolina. Close games.
And you can't do that. You cannot do that if you're Miami. You got to win one of those or both of those.
But then on back-to-back weeks, they beat top 20 NC State and top 20 Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Beat Georgia Tech, another close game.
Did Virginia Tech beat them?
Give me time. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Lost to Florida State, another close game.
Which they should have won that game. They really should have won that game.
I thought Florida State beat them.
They did. But Florida State, I mean, it was a collapse from Miami.
Yeah.
They beat Virginia Tech by 12, and then they beat Duke by 37.
Okay. All right.
So they should have been 8-4, really.
Yeah. And then you look at their 2 losses to Virginia and North Carolina by 2 and 3 points, respectively. So, games they could have been in.
And Numbers asked, do you like the Brent Venables hire? I've heard nothing bad about it. I don't know Brent Venables, but everything I've been hearing is positive.
He's a great defensive mind. He's been under Dabo since 2011, 12.
He was with Bill Snyder at Kansas State too. Before he was it started at Kansas State, I think. Then went to Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's got Oklahoma ties, so I think it's a really good hire. Yeah,
Miami is playing in a bowl game. Yes,
they're playing Washington State, Mike.
Yeah, they're playing Washington State. So
that might be a good game, actually.
Yeah, it could be a real fun game to watch. Let's see. Virginia hired. No, Virginia, have they hired a coach yet? No. Virginia hasn't hired a coach. Virginia Tech hired Fry, the defensive coordinator from Penn State. They brought him down.
I don't even know much about him.
I don't know a lot about him either. They saying that he could turn the program around. All I know is this. Every time they've had they ain't really had many. They've only had 2 or 3 coaches. But when the big man was there, he was a defensive minded, and he always went after some good defensive players. If they're able to go out and grab good defensive players, they'll be all right. Marcus Freeman says
so. The word for Virginia is Anthony Poindexter is the favorite and should be the eminent hire.
Wow, Anthony Poindexter actually.
He played there.
Huh?
He played for Virginia.
Yeah, well,
And
he
he's
played
Penn
at
State.
played
Penn
at
State.
Played at Jefferson Forest High School in just not too far from here. Yeah, he played here in the state of Virginia. He's from Forest, Virginia.
So
And,
he was on Penn State staff as co-DC and safeties coach.
You talking about Fry?
No, Fry was a DC at Virginia Tech. Poindexter was at Penn State.
No. Other way around. Fry left Penn State to come to Virginia Tech. Right?
Yeah, Fry was the Penn State.
Fry was a Penn State defensive coordinator, and he went to Virginia Tech.
Hold on.
Yeah. Virginia
Oh,
Tech.
yeah. So Penn State lost their co-defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Now, who was that you were saying? Anthony Poindexter. He's in the lead to get to Virginia University of Virginia job.
That's the word that.
Well, he went to school. That's where he went to school at. He was a good football player there. I'd even heard Vic Hall's name. He was a defensive back quarterback, and I'd heard his name getting mentioned, but I didn't know if he played long enough or was good enough to do anything. And then obviously, the sexy hire would be one of the Barber boys if I could get one of them to leave their positions. Rondé has been asked more times than wanted to become a head coach here at Virginia, and just wasn't interested. But that would be a sexy hire there if they could get Rondé, either one of the Barber boys, to come coach a team, because especially Rondé, because
they've got and they don't have any of them as the favorites. They've got other guys they mentioned are Jamie Chadwell from Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
Kurt Signetti from Madison.
James Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Clark from UAB, which, by the way, that's such a crappy bowl game that BYU's going to and playing them, but I digress.
Well, what's the name of the bowl game they're going to play in?
Independence.
Oh, you don't like the Independence Bowl?
No, because they're playing against you. They could have gone to the Guaranteed Rate Bowl here, which would have allowed me to go watch them since it's
guaranteed
from my house.
The Las Vegas. How about the Las Vegas Bowl? You would have drove to Las Vegas to go watch it.
Yeah, I've gone and seen them there before.
Yeah. How you like it? That stadium's nice, isn't it? Was that stadium there when you?
No, I haven't been since they've.
Right, since they put the
They played U of A there this year, but I didn't go to that game.
Allegiant Stadium
was our
awesome.
season.
Yeah. Penn State needs a new effing head coach. Rant for Rob on his soapbox. They've got their coach. 10 years. I don't know how much it ranked before they offered him $95 million, but they paying him $95 million over 10 years. I don't see it. Mediocrity. If mediocrity gets you 10-year contract, to me, Anthony, do you understand why they would have extended him to 10 years at 9.5 per?
They're happy with the results.
Or would you be happy with them if you were Penn State? Right now, from where he's sitting at right now. Is he even 500 as a coach? I'm not even sure he's 500.
Frankly?
Yeah. As Penn State's head coach.
As Penn State's head coach?
Yeah, I'm not sure he's 500. He's had losing seasons. James Franklin, Penn State.
He's got to be above 500.
He's not much. He can't be much above 500. He's had some shit seasons, bro.
So
let's see.
His career record is 84-43.
Yeah.
And at Penn State, he is
67-33. Is that right? No way. He couldn't have been a coach 100 games there. There's no way. Yeah.
he's yeah.
10 years? Yeah, I guess he's been there, then, because he came as soon as a train wreck called O'Brien left. That's right. Yeah. So he's won 67% of his games. And that gets you.
So he's got
That
he's
gets you
got
9.
3 top 10 finishes and 4 other top 25 finishes at Penn State. That's respectable.
He's got 1 Big Ten championship in 10 years.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
But he hasn't been in the Big Ten for 10 years, though. I mean, he was
Yeah,
at
he
Vanderbilt.
has. Yes, he has. He's been up there for 10 years.
He left Vanderbilt 10 years ago? Really?
He took O'Brien's place 10 years ago.
Really? It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
I know it. I know it
Crazy,
now.
yeah.
Because all the bullshit went down in 08.
No, you know what? Actually, he was at Vanderbilt through 2013.
Oh, 2014 to now. That's right. 2014 to now. Yeah. 2014.
So, I mean, that actually puts him even better if he's got 3 top 10 and 4 top 25 seasons at that time at Penn State.
Let's see.
So his records there, Rob, only 1 losing season. That was last year.
Is that it? Okay.
7-6, 7-6, 11-3, 11-2, 9-4, 11-2, 4-5, 7-5.
That's still, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't give him $95 million over 10 years.
I can't see 95 million. 95 million for 10 years. Should be like the top 3 coaches out there.
It's
Top 3 or 4 coaches. I mean, come on. I don't care. I don't care if your name is. I don't care if your name is. Who's the guy? Ryan Day. He's not a $95 million coach yet. I'm sorry. He's not.
But he's worth. I would say I'd give him $95 million before I gave James Franklin $95
Hell
million.
yeah, and he's not making as much as James Franklin. That's what's nuts, man. That's what's crazy.
I'm gonna head out, guys. Good
All
seeing
right,
you,
man.
Anthony. Good talking to you.
Yeah,
Rob.
ditto too. I got to head out too because 4 a.m. Jim comes early.
Gotcha, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and we hope to see you all next week, folks. Tuesday for our picks again. Bleacher Bums, thanks so much. We appreciate it, bud. We'll see you
Have a
again.
good one, brother.
All right, bye-bye.